and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and you can tweet me as well at Dan Who Reviews. Is anyone actually watching this who isn't following me on Instagram? I feel like I plug it enough. If there's someone out there that isn't, you must not have an Instagram account at this point. But hello, how are you doing? It is Thursday again. Thank the Lord. I cannot wait for this week to be over. It's been one of those weeks. So let's vent it out and talk some toys and have some good times. And today, we don't have Brandon just yet. But we do, yet again. I'm joined by the absolute pleasure, the super producer himself. We got Rich M, aka Displayed Once.
I've been let out of the back office again, back on the front desk another week.
Brandon's on annual leave, so jobs to be filled. No, we appreciate you all the same. Brandon, again, for people curious, his missus is here from America, obviously, so their time is precious. So he's
lightsaber battles.
Yeah. That doesn't sound good for the missus, does it? Lightsaber battles. But they've gone. I think they've gone to the pictures or something sweet. So they're probably sat down watching film. What are they watching? Did they? I didn't even ask him what he's watching. Did he?
No, they didn't say. They didn't say. Probably Eternals again.
Probably. No, Brandon. Yeah, poor girl. Poor girl's dragged there again. But yeah, Brandon's gone to the cinema. He might jump in towards the end, but again, no pressure. So today, me and Rich thought we'd just have a more casual sort of stream now, and sort of do a little recap, a little roll call of what are we still gonna get this year, because it's crazy to think of it, but 2021, people, is almost over. It's almost over. We're now in November. We've got December next month. Christmas, the holiday season is upon us. After Halloween, I know the Americans get very excited for Thanksgiving, and then you got Black Friday and sales, and then we roll into December, which is all Christmas. So yeah, the end of the year is wrapping up, but the toys ain't over yet. So we're going to basically go through what we're still expected to get in our hands before the year is out, which is like 6-7 weeks away. So what are we going to get in our hands, and what are we pre-ordering? And obviously focus is Legends, but I would buy a lot of other stuff that you guys don't know about. So I thought it'd be fun for me and Rich to just go through some of our random pre-orders. We can ask the chat as well what some of their random pre-orders are, and yeah, just sort of see some of the other things that we have in our sort of shopping baskets. Everyone does that virtual thing where they create these virtual shopping baskets on all their favorite stores, and they just haven't pressed checkout yet. Do you do that, Rich?
Yeah, quite often, or like Amazon wish lists and stuff like that.
Yes.
Stuff that you just like when it goes down like below this price, I'll finally get it, and you never do.
Yeah, I've got lots of Amazon wish lists, and I have eBay search listings. But I love that stuff. I cannot go to bed at night without going through my eBay search, like my save searches, just in case something has popped up that I might miss in my sleep. So I need to just check. It's genuinely the last thing I do before I go to bed, is just check my eBay save listing. But yeah, I don't even know what I'm after. I just have so many save listings. I'm just curious. I'm just a fan of this this hobby in general. So some things I have no intentions of buying. I just like to know what the market value is at the minute. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I just find it intriguing. A lot of people showing love in the chat with the Rich M emojis as well. So as I said, you got some fans, Rich. You are the super producer after all. I've actually not. I've got the chat up on one monitor, but I need to get it up on this screen. But how's your week been, Rich? Has it been like your week's going good, going quick, keeping busy?
It's been nice this week. It's been like a normal week. Like last week, I was working extra. Like I'm doing some days from home, some days in the office. Yeah. Boring stuff, but like last week was a bit mental. I was like driving around Wales, but this week it's been nice, back to normal.
Do you have to travel much for work? Not as much as Phil Jones, clearly.
No, not usually, but other people were off last week, so I had to like backfill and do their jobs as well as mine. Well, I thought I was just doing their jobs, but I ended up doing my job as well. That's why I was so stressed out. Like last week when it done, I was like doing my like typing like as we were like going live. I was like,
Yeah, my job's that type of vibe as well. Where as soon as you show you're capable of doing something, like this, how you just do this as a one-off, just as a favor. As soon as you show them that you can do it, that's now your job, and you're like, great. there's no incentive for me now. I've just got more work. So yeah, I feel that pain. But I've got the chat open now, all right? So people start saying hello in the chat, and we'll come back round and say hello. Let me just go through some housekeeping real quick, and then we'll get into it. So if you're in the chat, if you're lurking in the background, if you're here now watching us live, then make yourself known in the comments right now, and we'll say hello to you. In just 1 second, let me just go through the roll call, the housekeeping, if you will. So first and foremost, we always start off with Brandon give us an update of his Instagram page. But Rich, what's Brandon been up to on Instagram? Posting pictures?
He's been looking at what Cap Live's doing, and then he just copies it.
That's fair enough. That sounds about right. No, shout out Brandon. Obviously, he honestly, people do, from me and Rich from behind the scenes, see how much work Brandon puts into his photography. So yeah,
Brandon. I don't think people. He takes hours of pictures. He takes like multiple pictures. It's like, I just like, the figure's standing up, there's a bit of light on it, boom, we done.
Sometimes it feels like he sent me 7 of the same picture, but like to Brandon, there's differences. But I love him for it, and that's why they're so good. So shout out Brandon. And as always, if you want to support the channel and contribute to today's stream, get your comments heard. Let us know what you're pre-ordering, what things you're excited to get, and what's your favourite thing still to come before the year is out. Get your comments heard, read out loud by our resident robot. Friday will read your comment out loud. Anything over £4 or $4, we appreciate you. And as always, special love, special shout out to the channel members, whether you're showing some love or you've joined the members club. I appreciate you all the same. Helps the channel grow. And this week is a Legends and Liquor week. So let me just throw up the Legends and Liquor. There we go. So if you want to be on Legends and Liquor this week, start hitting me up, people. This Sunday, another Legends and Liquor where we're talking toys, recapping, and again, we can sort of go through people's pre-order lists during Legends and Liquor, sort of see what people are buying throughout all lines, not just Marvel Legends. So yeah, if you want to be on Legends and Liquor this week, then hit me up. Let me know, and we can make it happen. But yeah, you got to hit that join button first, and then hit me up on Instagram, and we can do that. I think 1 week I had like 16 different guests. Come on now, what other live shows are giving you 16 different guests? So yeah, craziness, but it's always fun times. And then again, you can buy a t-shirt, show some love, always get bonus points for that. I appreciate you. So let's get the chat up, and let me say hello to some people. I can already see Cameron Wright is using his channel membership tokens how they should be. I appreciate that, Cameron. Give me 1 second, and I will get it open for you. Let me just, I forgot a chat. I was looking for a chat button, but I'll find one in a minute. Okay, let me just jump to Cameron's question. So Cameron says, let's get the love started. Just pre-ordered the Mafex Hush Joker last night. Just hope that suit isn't blue. Yeah, the Hush, the Mafex Hush stuff is really, really good, and I want to be all in for it. But that Mafex Joker, like, I don't know what colour it is. Is it purpley blue? Is it black? I might grab a picture. But are you in? You must have got Catwoman, right?
Yeah, I've got Catwoman, and I've got Harley Quinn and Huntress, I think, on pre-order.
Yeah, she won't come out until like this time next year. I'm waiting for them to get to Poison Ivy. That's
no, they're like no DC guns with anything at the minute. Huntress didn't even come with a crossbow now. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, that's a bit suspect. It is a bit weird. Right, I've got the chat open now. Let me just skim to the chat and say hello to some people, and then we can get into some toy talk. Okay, let me just scroll up a little bit. Let me scroll up a little bit and see what's going on. Okay, so we got Rectangular's in the building, the happiest gentleman on the internet. He loves everything he sees. No, I'm joking. Shout out to Todd. We got Cheeky Monkey Kiara's here. She is currently queen of the Duck Racing League, and if you want to know what that's about, check out Legends and Liquor. Phil Jones is about, as I call him around these ways, Obadiah Stain. You'll see why on one of my next reviews. This weekend I'll probably put it up. Tac Tac Toys with Film. Shout out Mark Tac Tac as always. Rush McGowan, I'm glad he's here to correct us with our comic knowledge, always keeping us on track. Thank you very much, Rush. Cloud Fox, well, the Fox in the Cloud, I appreciate you. We got RYSQ. Don't ask me how to pronounce it, but he's putting the peace sign, throwing the peace signs back at you. I see you. As I said, Cameron Wright's here, Paul McFarlane, Joe, Home Dude, Javi, and I definitely need to give some love to Javi in a minute, and I'll explain why. But JaviMan42 in the chat, you know who he is. I'll explain that debacle in a minute. Pickles Go Rotten, Jay's Toys Collection UK, Mini Plastic Multiverse, shout out Tom as always, Jay, Matt, Gahubery J, aka Matt. We got CM Brock, Logan Dan's Toys, Thirsty for Chicken. Dark Joker sending much love to Dark Joker. He knows why. Sending you nothing but positive vibes, my friend. I hope this can at least distract you for a little bit. Tanner's in the building, my companion on Turtles and Tea, and I'll talk about that in a minute as well. Lots to talk about. This show's just turned into me plugging everything else I do in this channel, to be honest. Laser Pants is here. Talking about plugging, Laser Pants is actually going to be joining us for our he can basically only join us once a year due to the time difference and working and stuff like that. So I mentioned Thanksgiving earlier. So Laser Pants will actually be joining us for this the November 25th episode of this live stream. So we'll see Laser Pants then for his yearly appearance on the Thursday stream. But as I said, I'll take it when I can. He's a busy man at the minute. Just started a brand new podcast called the Free Points of POA. Yeah, so they've not actually said what it stands for, have they? I'm just assuming it means points of articulation. But maybe they have a different perception. I don't think they give it up on the first episode. I think they kept it mysterious. But shout out Laser Pants all the same. Let's have a little scroll. Kyle's here. The Imposter Phil's around as well. Mark Rose, Andy Davis, Jason Lopez, the retweeting king. There we go. All right, cool. Let's talk some toys now. So, for obvious reasons, Rich, and I'm sure you'll forgive me, I sort of want to start with some recent acquirements, if you will. Things I got this week in the post, if that's okay with you.
I've got like full runs of like all these comic books there, and I haven't got these figures. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing to give it to you? Like, come on.
Okay, so I have to start off with this, right? And first, let me just say that Worthy Hank, by the way, still worthy, still holding the hammer, is a happy man. He is a happy man. Because Rich, his friend is home. Hooray! Brian, Mr. Braddock himself, Captain Britain, has returned home. Welcome back, mate. And he's brought some friends with him. We've got Megan and Rich's arch nemesis, Kitty Pride Shadow.
Oh, sorry.
As you can tell, Rich is a big fan. But I appreciate you all the same. It's a shame this box set isn't a bit bigger and it has like Rachel and Nightcrawler, etc. But I'll take
it's not a 2-pack. Make it a 2-pack. Even better.
Shout out Damien with the channel membership token. He says, hi all, got my pre-orders in for the NECA, Wingnut and Screwloose, who are already doing the rounds across the pond now. They are out before Anthrax and Scumbug. Yeah, I'm going to be talking Turtles at some point in this stream because most of my pre-orders for the rest of the year are like, obviously I got a lot of Legends, but Turtles are up there with them. So I will be doing that, obviously talking Turtles and and I've got a show where I can do that even more. And again, I'll plug all that in a minute. But I just wanted to send some special love for Excalibur. So, of course, people know the score. I hope you know the score anyway. I revealed Captain Britain on this channel. I can't believe it. If I retire tomorrow, right, at least I can say that on my YouTube channel, I did an official Marvel Legends reveal. Like, that was a world exclusive. It's a magical thing. I very much appreciate it. So this guy, for obvious reasons, this pack, for obvious reasons, will hold a special place in my heart forever and a day. If I stopped collecting, I think I'd always keep at least one of these Milton card because I revealed this guy. So I'm very happy to have him now home. And yeah, I'm biased. So obviously I'm going to shut up. But
that's 2 reveals now, yeah?
What was the other one?
Hellfire Hank, gun it! Come on!
I guess this one wasn't technically official, but I take it. That's why they're best buds. That's why Ryan even posted a picture of Hank and Brian hugging, and it's now in his office in the Hasbro HQ. But yeah, this is a beautiful 2-pack, and I, as I said, very grateful for that. But then, very, very kindly, Hasbro snuck this in there as well. So there you go. Rich has got the originals. Is that the original Richter?
Yeah, you wind him up and he vibrates. Like, woo.
Is that the only Richter we've got in figure form?
Yeah, that is. I think probably maybe a mini mate. Shout out Rob Pollack, he probably knows. But yeah, that's the only figure the Toy Biz.
Okay, so there's Rich has got the original Toy Biz version, and there's the new Marvel Legend. First time in 6-inch Marvel Legends form, Richter to go along with our X-Force team. We've got Cannonball with legs now, with legs. They should have put a big giant sign down here. Do you know when it says with explosion effects, or with weapons. This should say with legs. That's an actual selling point of this pack. But he comes with 2 heads. The legs do detach, and he's still got a blast part in here as well. I didn't even hate the blast part before, to be honest. I would have just liked the option for legs, which now we can in this pack. And then we've got Domino. But Domino, this is actually, and I was confirming this with Rich before I said it out loud, because I haven't opened these for review yet. But this is technically, during the comics, when Domino looks like this, it was actually Copycat, right?
Yeah, that was Vanessa Copycat.
Yeah, so sneaky. Obviously, appears to be Domino, but we know it's Copycat. So these go along with Cable, and we need Siren and Feral, right? The two females we need, and then we sort of have that sort of lineup of the X Factor with Shatterstar, obviously showing some love with Richter, also Boom Boom. And anyone else I'm missing?
You kind of got everyone up until the first 50 issues there. And it's like, you've got people like Bedlam and Risk join later on, but like the main people everyone would know, that's covering all them.
So we've got to get, now we've had, shout out T Grey, now we've had Tigra here. Like, surely Feral isn't far behind, right? They know that's got to come.
I think Feral and Wolfsbane, like with that Tiger body, they've got to be the next two. And I mean, Feral is more suited to that like neon orange of T Grey, so that would be like an easy one to do.
Yeah. And also Siren as well. We know that Dwight doesn't want to do Banshee until he retires, but the female shot of Siren looks similar, but a different character. We need her, right?
If I was a betting man, I'd say maybe that's coming next year.
Oh, I hope so. Don't believe everything you read, Rich. Don't believe everything you read.
Yeah, it'd be another Kitty Pryde now and I'll be crying.
But yeah, obviously very grateful to have them. Very grateful to have them. And I'll take a break. Rich, what have you got something this week, right?
So I picked up a couple of over here, the Marvel Legends have been dropping like one by one, not in like waves. So Zombie Cap kind of turned up after the rest of the What If wave, so I picked that up this week.
Very nice. That's a very popular figure as well. That's going to hit a lot of people top 10s, I predict.
It's sold out a lot of places as well. Like a lot of the online retailers haven't got it, but yeah, head down to Smith's if you want one for zombies. And I've got from the Eternals, I've got Druid as well, the last of my Eternals that I needed to complete the team. So yeah.
Nice.
All of them.
So let's pause for a minute as you're holding up that Eternals figure. So we've both now seen Eternals. Now,
Yes.
we don't have to get into spoilers, but I'm sure a 2-minute sort of first thoughts of Eternals people won't mind. So I'm curious. I'll put up a little poll in the chat, and let's see if people. I'm assuming. If people really wanted to see Eternals, they probably would have seen it by now because the culture we live in, you'll just get hit with spoilers. So, we're not going to talk spoilers, obviously, but I am just curious, and I'm putting it in the poll. I'm putting a poll up in the chat. Did you enjoy Eternals? This is obviously for the people that's seen it. What options shall we do? We put yes, no. Shall we keep it that simple, or should we add another option?
Have you seen it? Yes, no, or going to see it. There you go, going to see it. Someone who hasn't seen it yet.
Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. I'm asking the community, all right? So we'll just pause for a second and talk Eternals, right? So before we talk about, now I've seen the movie, I feel I can give a better opinion on the figures because I opened all my figures and reviewed them before I actually seen the film. So obviously shout out iComic Industries. Obviously he made those reviews possible, so thank you very much. I'll keep the buttons on the screen. Links are in the description as well if you're after these Eternal figures. But there is no doubting, right? I know these figures are only representing characters in uniform, not the most exciting action figures. However, there is no denying, right, now after I've seen the film, that they are very accurate to what they are representing in the live action movie. So for me, whether someone does or doesn't want those figures still very accurately represent what they're meant to represent. So they're good. They do their job. Like, they're good figures. And we got the whole team in one go. Do you know, if you're collecting FH figure arts, you'd only get 3 of them. Marvel Legends, all 10 out the gate, first wave. No waiting for 2 years. We got them all. So have to give credit where credit's due. But now I've seen the film. it sort of means, do they go at the front of the shelf or do they go at the back of the shelf? And using that analogy, Rich, I'm going to say they're not near the front. Let's just say that. Let's say they're going at the middle, in the middle, until I see the film again. I don't know what I was expecting from Eternals. And I'm not mad at the MCU because I understand they have to go in a new direction, try something, add something fresh, something different. And what I love about the MCU is the in-connectivity. And like, this is a whole new cast of characters. Some I liked, some I didn't. So I don't know. I just was expecting a little bit more. I guess that's my initial thoughts. Is I'll come out of that cinema going, yeah. What about you? I know that's a terrible review. This is why I don't do movie reviews. But what did you think, Rich?
I was more excited where the movie ended up than the journey of the movie. I personally, like, I've never been the biggest fan of Eternals in comic books. The only Eternal in comic books I say, like, I even like or like I've had like history with would be Cersei, because she was like with the Avengers in the 90s. And I would say, from a comics point of view, Cersei is probably the worst character. She's the least like a comic book version, without going into like spoiler territory. So there were characters that I did like. I liked Angelina Jolie Stina. I thought that was a great character.
Agreed.
I liked Druig. I liked Makari. I like that group. that there's like, I kind of like those characters. Other characters I didn't like as much. I had probably Icarus and Sprite were my main issues with it. But again, it's like, it's all subjective. Some people, it looked gorgeous. Like the fact that they used like real locations, it wasn't all CGI for everything. It was a well shot film. I think it had a lot to do. It was like 10 characters to introduce, and I think the Eternals is one of those, like you said, like it's those properties that not even people who read comic books haven't got like this massive affinity with or whatever. So it's kind of like a hard sell. I think it's probably the hardest sell of all the MCU movies they've done so far. I think it's like even like the Guardians of the Galaxy had like a smaller cast and a much more, I think, easier to digest story with like sci-fi, guns in space, pirates, everything.
Guardians was very fun. Like I found myself smiling quite a lot. Where
there were fun bits in this one. There was more comedy than I thought, to be fair, from the trailers. So that was like,
the trailers sort of kill those moments though, because we've seen them so much. Pause for a second. Cameron Wright with the super chat. Thank you very much. Let Friday read that
Cameron Wright
out.
donated $4.99.
Take a drink.
Rich, can you hit me with some Eternals facts from the comics? Tears of joy, need to educate myself.
I'm sure we can get Rich to do that. He says, Cameron Wright says, Rich, can you hit me up with some Eternals facts from the comics? I need to educate myself. Give him a couple of facts, like a couple of tidbits.
Like I said though, the Eternals are not my universe. I've tried reading the Eternals. Like, so the Neil Gaiman did a run about, I think, 10 years ago. Like, he relaunched them for Marvel. I hated that comic book, but Kieran Gillen at the minute is doing a much better relaunch of the Eternals. But again, it's like they did with Guardians of the Galaxy, is bringing the Eternals more into line with the MCU version. So Sprite, who has always been a boy in the comic books, is now female, like the movie, and like their costumes and looks are more inspired by the way their movie looks. Like Cersei in the comics has always been my favorite of all the Eternals, because she was just like, she was a bit of a floozy. She was like, she just joined the Avengers because she was a bit of a party girl. She was always the Eternal who wanted to mix the most with the humans. So she enjoyed being like a superhero. She like wanted to like sleep with like Captain America, with Tony Stark, that kind of thing. And then like she has this like mind disease in the comic book, which comes up in the movie in a way as well. And then she gets involved with Black Knight and like when in the 90s, she was like one of the main Avengers. So it was like this love triangle, like the Wolverine, Jean Grey, Cyclops love triangle. It was Crystal of the Inhumans, Black Knight, and Cersei were like in this love triangle. So they get them two together in the film. But the way Cersei is in the film is not at all like the comic book, I would say. But again, like Kieran Gillen ran on the comic book, I've been quite enjoying. So I mean, if it's only like 7 or 8 issues in, so if you haven't read Eternals before, that's a good place to start, because it kind of like restarts the Eternals like into a new era, and it's got really good art on it as well. So yeah, that's a good place to start. But like the Jack Kirby classics, I was never a fan of, sorry.
Yeah, as I said, I'd be lying if I said I'd read any of the older Eternal stuff. I've just, from articles online and doing a little bit of research and just picking up bits and bobs. as I said, I quite liked going into it though, not knowing a lot, like the freshness of the MCU and how it would integrate. And look, you're right. The best thing to come out of not the best thing to come out of the film, but one of the most exciting things to come out of the film is where it's going. Like this obviously was a journey to get you up to date with what these characters have been doing all this time, and then now we can move forward. Like I sort of feel like that the film is a jigsaw piece in regards to the MCU in that regard, where okay, let's get you up to date with what all these characters are and where they've been, what they've been doing. And now we can move forward, because the post-credit scenes, both credit scenes, push you in different directions and make you excited about different things. I am more excited about the second post-credit scene, so make sure you stick around until after the trailers. But you make sure you're listening as well, all right? Make sure no one's talking around you, because you need to listen, all right? That's all I'll say. But yeah, obviously MCU films I do like to see a second time, and I don't know, just a bit easier to digest a second time around. So I think like Shang-Chi's going to be on Disney Plus tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow. So I'll definitely be watching that again over the weekend, I think. And then I've seen that Eternals, depending on how long the theatrical run is, but it may be even on Disney Plus by the end of the year. We shall see. But that's not a bad thing. It's just the way the world's moving. It's just moving that quick these days. They do a quick finale run and then it's streaming again, which I'm not mad about. But yeah, to be fair, after a year of no MCU content, we're going to have 4 MCU properties on Disney Plus, because we've got Hawkeye in 2 weeks. 2 weeks Hawkeye starts. We've already had, that's 5, right? Hawkeye, What If, Loki, Falcon Cat, and WandaVision. Yeah, okay, so there you go. 5 properties in Disney Plus this year, which is great, and plus the 3 movies as well. And then, technically 4, because we've got Spider-Man. So it's been a great year for the MCU, but again, it's sort of a reset, if you will, as in like they have to sort of close the Infinity Saga and move forward. So we sort of just need to go and explore these new worlds first, which is what we've done with Shang-Chi, and obviously now we're doing with Eternals. So I'm excited where the MCU is going. I do just think it's been going for what now, 13, 14 years.
13, 14, yeah, something
14,
like that.
14 years next year, which is insane. So yeah, anyway, that's movie talk.
But how would you rate of the 3 movies this year? What would you put them in order? Which one? 1, 2, 3?
I haven't seen Shang-Chi, or Eternals twice. So I don't know. It's hard. Just initially though, I love Scarlett Johansson, but the Taskmaster nonsense pushes it way to the back. And I love Black Widow. I love Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow since she debuted in Iron Man 2 in 2010. But that Taskmaster just killed my soul. So let's put her at the bottom, unfortunately. Let's put Eternal second, and I'll put Shang-Chi at top. I enjoyed Shang-Chi as well. Obviously, coming out of Shang-Chi, I was smiling a lot more than I was coming out of Eternals, if that makes sense. So there you go. There's my order. What about you?
Shang-Chi top. I put Black Widow second, and then Eternals third, I would say. But I haven't seen Eternals more than once either, so maybe that will change. I don't know.
Yeah, no. It's only
it wasn't a bad. I don't think it was a bad.
No,
movie,
it's not.
right?
I'm not being mad.
But it wouldn't be in my top 5 MCU movies. I don't think.
Yeah, if we're putting it like that, I don't know if Eternals would make my top 10. Again, I love the MCU. I love all the movies, and I'm not saying it's a bad movie. Like whatever the 11th movie is in the MCU, it's still a great movie. Do you know what I mean? It's just.
I think Thor: The Dark Ages is a big pile of shit, to be honest.
I like all the movies. I still think Age of Ultron is one of the most underrated MCU movies as well. People think it's fun to shit on that one, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Age of Ultron's really fun. But anyway, we're here to talk toys, and let me just wrap up my sort of thing on today. So, you know me, we had Hasbro Pulse kind of made a lot of content about it, right? And I've got Venom. Venom was the exclusive I brought for Marvel Legends. There he is on the wall. Can you see him? I've got a nice flush wall now. He's on the wall, ready to go. The other exclusive, however, was the Modoc with the Captain. Now, Amanda hates Modoc as it is, right? So Amanda was definitely against me getting an Elvis-looking big ugly head. Her words, not mine. And also, you know what it's like. We're pre-ordering lots of stuff. We buy more than just Marvel Legends. So, unfortunately, for the time being, Modoc had to go on the back burner. And I didn't think I'd be getting the Captain. And thankfully, as I said earlier, Javi, a.k.a. Javi Man, as you know, he's on Instagram. But he doesn't post much on Instagram. So Javi Man 42, he's in the chat. You know who he is. He's been in Legends and Liquor. he hit me up, right? And this guy, if you've been on Legend Liquor, you know he likes to buy 3 of everything, right? One to keep, one to open, and one just in case, you know. So he actually bought 3 of the Modoc packs because he wanted to actually army build those Alvis Modocs, like the comic panel has 3 of them, right, Rich? I believe so. Yeah, so he wanted that recreate that panel, which means he needed to buy 3. So he hit me up at the good enough as his heart and said, Dan, I can hook you up with a captain if you want one. I was like, perfect. Yes, please. You're a legend. Thank you. I'll get the captain added to the shelf and the missus doesn't have to see Modoc. And then I got a knock at the door today, right? Knock at the door. Wasn't expecting post. You know what we're like as collectors. We know when we're expecting something. Like, we're usually waiting by the door in a deck chair, shaking hands with the postman. But not today. I was like in the living room, knock at the door, the dog's barking, big box. No idea what's going on. Wasn't expecting anything. I didn't even read any notes. I just ripped it open thinking, what's in the box? This was what's in the box. So I'm actually going to take it out. That's not me farting. That's the box. Promise you. So there, pal. There you go. The Modocs Box Set. So this, and to be fair, the packaging is pretty epic on this. It's like as a guy who's got tons of CDs and vinyls in boxes just like this in my garage, I know exactly what this is. And yeah, this is the Modocs set. So now, like I told Amanda earlier as well, I was like, Hasbro sent it me, I promise you. She's like, you're not brought Alvis? And I was like, no. But yeah, very surprised to get this. So I messaged Javi straight away and said, Javi, you're not going to believe it. But yeah, bottom line is, moral of the story, people, is Captain will be added to the shelf. So obviously, expect to see a review on this as well, because if they send it me, I've got to do a review, right? That's sort of the rules. So yeah, I've been a lucky boy this week. Not gonna lie, I've been a lucky boy. Okay, let's get into some toy talk. Pre-orders. Shall we sort of go through what legends are still to come? And because you've got stuff I don't even have T Grey yet, Rich. I don't even have T Grey yet.
Has it not dispatched yet? Because she's in stock everywhere this week.
I think she was in an order with some What If figures or something like that.
You haven't even ordered it, have you, Dan? Right, I'm going.
Yeah, no, she was in an order somewhere, but I think amongst me trying to sort out my pre-orders a while ago, it got mixed up. I've even been into Fidbin and Planet a couple of times looking for her. They had Hercules there, but not her. Anyway, let's go through the list of what we got left. Let me see if I get these graphic ups, right? So we're not doing this in any particular order, okay, people? This is just a general chit-chat, and we can talk toys, all right? Okay, so I'm using Star Action figures just because they've got it in order, essentially, from pre-order. So I'm going to scroll down. So, recently AOA came in October, all right? So we got them. Scroll up a little bit. Gamerverse Spider-Man. Have you got him yet? The Gamerverse translucent Miles Morales. Have you had him?
He's shown up. Yeah, I'm not getting any Gamerverse figures, so I'm good with that.
Okay, I'm not sure if I want him yet. Well, that's a lie. I want them all, but you have to pick and choose. So I haven't picked him up yet, but he's out. So he's there. Sandman, I've got. Obviously, I think I've got my extra one here. My friend Neil, who's the original Marvel Legends UK on Instagram, nothing to do with the Facebook group, the actual original Facebook, the original Instagram account, Marvel Legends UK. Neil, good guy. He says it's the worst Marvel Legends figure ever. Honestly, and I'm like constantly just laughing, going, you can't seriously think that, but he's like, nope, he thinks this is the worst Marvel Legends figure ever, which is ridiculous. Thank you to all the channel memberships that are renewing, by the way, as I'm live. I'm not ignoring you. I see you and I appreciate you. Tanner's used his channel membership token to say, I've got my bingo card out to count along with my pre-order list. Okay, let's do this, all right? But yeah, this is... Can you at least be on my page, Rich? And just so if Neil's watching this on the replay, this isn't the worst Marvel Legend ever, right?
No, these much worse ones.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted to hear. I do not understand his hatred for that Sandman. Anyway, we've got Sandman. Hercules is out now. I still need to get Hercules. Do you get Hercules? Or are you bothering with Hercules?
I've got Hercules pre-ordered. Mine haven't shown up yet, so I have got him ordered though.
Compound Hulk.
Nah, I don't care about him.
Yeah, I've also skipped Compound Hulk. What If Wave. Now, we've showed some off. Which ones are you going for with the What If Wave?
So I got them all and Sylvia apart from the Nebula, but I kind of need the Nebula because I need to build the Watcher.
You need to get Nebula now.
But I don't want Nebula, so I'm going to wait until it drops to like half price, but it's dodgy because like again these are selling out. Like Zombie Cap have sold out. The Spider-Man is sold out in places as well, which I didn't think you would. But what
if Nebula went to the salon, Rich? What if you don't have to imagine anymore? They put it in figure 4. Yeah, you have to complete the watcher now if you've gone that far in.
I'm like a female figure collector as well. That's like my bread and butter. Like I couldn't give a shit about that Nebula. It's like it's just a really obscure choice, but there we are.
So I've got some of the what if already. I plan on getting them all and reviewing them all on the channel. Just a little bit behind the schedule, but I've got currently, thanks to iComic again, shout out Jake. I've got T'Challa as Star-Lord, Captain Carter, of course. I'm very curious to see. And someone asked on Twitter as well, what this shield will look like with Captain Britain. I know it's not comic accurate or anything, but still, UK repping. And then Sylvie as well. So I've got these 3 so far, but I obviously will get round to getting the rest. And the Hydra Stomper, haven't got that yet. I need that, right? If I've got Captain Carter, I need the Hydra Stomper.
Yeah, the Hydra Stomper is a nice figure. To get it balancing, sometimes you got to like lean on the back of the shelf, but that is a really nice figure. I really like that one.
I've just seen the chat. Rectangular says Compound Hulk is rubbish. Rubbish character. I'm not surprised.
He was only on like a page. That's the thing. I suppose if you've got a Hulk display, if you've got that like red Hulk one side, you've got green Hulk out, you could put him in the middle, chuck Impossible Man from that Fantastic Four set like in there as well. It would look like a good display if you're a Hulk fan. So
yeah. So I think I will end up getting the Stomper as well. So Hydra Stomper and the What If Wave will end up in the collection. I'm not too sure where they're going to go though, because they're not going to fit on my MCU shelf because it's not live action. So I think they may go in a little section of, with the Spider-Verse figures, just because they're all like they're all animated movie sort of stylized. So that's probably where they're going on my shelf. But I will get them all. T Grey, of course, I want at least 3 T Greys, Rich. I'm not even lying to you. Because she's on card, like now I feel like there's no point ordering online. I may as well pick her up somewhere. So I thought she'd be in Forbidden Planet today and I'd get her and Hercules at the same time, but it never happened.
It seemed to hit retailers this week, so it might be like by next week it might show up in Forbidden Planet and stuff.
I'll go again next week. I'll find reasons to go to the bank, and like Forbidden Planet's around the corner from it. So I'm like, I need to go and deposit this pound coin. I'll be back. I'm just going Forbidden Planet. So yeah, T Grey, of course, I'll be picking her up. Binary, sore subject for our American friends. And look, it's like I've been telling you, if you want to get it, it's in stock now in the UK. You just want to go to iComic Industries. Now, I'm not sure if Jake has any left on iComic Industries, but just for future reference,
I think it's on pre-order. I think it's still on pre-order with iComic.
Okay,
Binary.
Beautiful. So, as I said, if you're in the US, there she is, lot on iComic, and you're thinking, right, I'm willing to pay a little bit extra to guarantee this figure and to save me gas money, to save me looking around, to save me the stress, I will just pay a little bit extra on shipping to get her in my collection. Then look no further. iComic Industries does international shipping, all right? It's here now on pre-order. You can pre-order it from Jake. As I said, I wouldn't send you in the wrong direction, people, all right? I'd never do that. Go and pre-order it from Jake. You'd pay the little bit extra on the shipping, which isn't crazy, people. It's not crazy amounts. And then you can get it in hand. So, yeah, shout out Jake. But check out his whole website and anything that you're struggling to get over in the US. Worth having a look on iComic Industries. Again, the links are in the description. But, yeah, obviously no Walgreens in the UK. So that's our advantage. Okay, Fantastic Four Wave. These have started to hit the UK this very week, right, Rich?
Yeah, so High Evolutionary and Psycho Man seem to have hit everywhere. Everyone seems to have got them. And some places have got Thing as well. Some places have got Mr. Fantastic as well. And some people have got the 4 of them. But nowhere seems to have got Human Torch and Invisible Woman yet. I think, but does anyone want that Invisible Woman with that head? Maybe she didn't pass through customs. Maybe they look at it oh, what's that?
Wow. If you're opening these figures up, you need that completed team on the lighter blue. And you can also do some head swaps. This is the 3rd Sue Storm we've got now. Surely some of the faces can swap around. I've not seen any reviews yet, but I'm assuming they can. But yeah, definitely not the flattering of faces.
Someone did head swaps of I can't remember who it was now. It's someone who's in the chat usually. One of the Americans.
If anyone did any Sue head swaps and given us some suggestions, please share. and we will
Oh,
share.
David Evan Smith. That's who did
there
it.
you go.
There you go.
David is always posting actually pictures. Yeah, I actually made him jealous this week though, because usually he gets stuff before me. But as I said, I did rub it in a little bit with my Excalibur box set. But Fantastic Four retro. So is it undoubtedly I'm obviously going to be getting one set. The question is, do I get two sets because it's on the magical retro card? Now my wall, people, is for Spider-Man, all right? And this room is tiny. Like this side of the room is a bloody window. Do you know? I've got a bit of room down here. Maybe. Do I get two? I don't know. I haven't decided, Rich. But what have you decided?
Have you got two Doctor Dooms or?
No, I got one. Oh no, I did.
Oh.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
I did. I've got Doom. Yeah, Doom's on the display. Here he is, right there. And then I've also got Doom. So there he is on the display. And then I've also got a carded Doom in a protector case, just like all my Spider-Man figures already. Upstairs, just sat up there on his lonesome. So that's what's making me think, if I do get a second set, get some display cases like I've got with that. There you go. I've already got all of them. And
then get down to your local charity shop, get a little VHS bookcase ready for your X-Men then as well.
I keep telling Amanda, I need a bigger room. She's not listening to me. She's literally got a big room over there with a dressing table, clothes, a big double bed. Never in there. I'm like, I would utilise this space. Let me have it. She's not having it. So are you going to be picking these up though?
Yeah, I got the whole wave ordered and the Pulse variants as well. So the Invisible Woman.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
the
them.
normal Human Torch. I've got those two orders as well.
Let's quickly bounce the Pulse because you're completely right. So not only do we get that wave, like Rich has just reminded me,
and with Sue as well. Mini Plastic Motivation is saying you can do hair swaps with them. And Rectangular is saying Shartimus has done head swaps too. So there's a few people out there showing what's going on.
Shartimus Prime, I've never heard of him. Does he review figures? Where are they? Yeah, they've got to be on here somewhere, aren't they? Surprising what is sold out and not and stuff. I like a lot of stuff sold out in the US one as well, I believe. Will they be on the... There they are. Yeah, here they are. Right, so Sue Storm... The completely invisible Sue Storm is... Okay, so full wave is as follows. Mr. Fantastic with the jacket. Psycho Man, High Evolutionary. Sue Storm in the uniform. Thing in the uniform. That's your 6 in the wave. And Human Torch of Cold. But he's flamed up. But then the exclusives. So we've got 6 there. And then 2 exclusives, which is Johnny Storm here in the actual uniform. Comes in his own little shipper box. I think there you go. There's a picture of him in the box. Very nice. So that makes it 7. This makes it 8. A completely invisible Sue Storm. I'm not sure she's pin visible, but still invisible Sue Storm all the same.
And Doom is 9, so that would be all right for your shelves, look. That would work right.
Yeah,
333.
I guess so. Yeah. You know what? I like symmetry. I'm a fan of symmetry. So if I can make that work on the shelf, my OCD would appreciate that. Yeah, all right. We might have to make something happen. I'm in for all of them anyway. Whether I buy 2 or not, I don't know. But I sort of need to open these up so I have options on the shelf. It's a dangerous game, isn't it? I know there's a minority of people out there that think anyone that gets suckered into these retro cards are idiots, right? I'm not saying I'm not an idiot, all right? Hands are up. I'm an idiot, right? But just leave me alone. It's my money. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I enjoy it, just be happy for me. I know Rectangular is. He hates my wall, by the way, Rich. He hates my wall. I think he goes to bed shaking his fist at the ceiling just when he thinks about my wall. He's like, their figures, open them up out their cages. No, he's only joking. He shows me some love, really. Okay, Fantastic Four. Beautiful. So they're hitting now, right? They're still hitting now.
Yeah, so I think Sue is due maybe next week, but I think Johnny Storm is delayed. It's not expected till December for some reason.
That is
we just
annoying.
get these weird, like it's like with when the What If wave shipped, like it was missing Zombie Cap from a lot of places, but we had Doctor Strange turned up from the Far From Home, not Far From Home. What's it called?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. That's it.
Okay, so here they are on the screen now. So after Fantastic Four, that's a retro card wave. But that's not even the last retro card wave, and we'll get to it. But the last Build-A-Figure wave of the year, it seems. I doubt very much now we're getting another one. The last
one in now.
Yeah, Fan First Friday next week, new wave, December. No, I wouldn't be surprised. Hasbro have been hitting us hard and fast. But last Build-A-Figure wave of the year to accompany the new Spider-Man movie. So I hope you've been avoiding the internet, people, because there's been some leaks. Whether they're true or not, I don't know, but we shall see if we can end the year on a bang. But the Spider-Man wave has 4 MCU figures, 2 comic, and then 1 Gamerverse. What are you going for out of this, Rich?
Shriek and Morlan, and that is it.
For comic, you're sticking comic.
Yeah, like I did think about getting them for Armadillo, and then I was like, do I really give a shit about Armadillo? No, I don't. So I just get the Morlan and Shriek, and I'm good with that.
Armadillo would go great with your Hippo when they eventually release him. Okay, Rich is froze. I thought he was in shock of that idea. That he thought that idea was so good that that he was just froze. But no, I obviously. Did you hear that, Rich? You froze.
I did. Like I was like in shock.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Like, it broke my internet, man.
just when you remembered that the possibilities are out there of getting a Hippo in the future, you're like froze. Okay, I've got this. I'll get this whole wave, and obviously, I'm getting this whole wave. Miles looks great. I know it's technically a Gamerverse figure, but that's the type of Miles that you can sneak in anywhere. Like, I reckon it looks really nice. It's how a Spider-Man figure should be. All the sets of hands you need, accessories to demonstrate your powers, interchangeable heads, and they still managed to fit a bigger piece in there as well. So, bravo. Yeah, this set looks great. Spider-Man's look a little bit lackluster for accessories, but again, I guess Miles picks up the slack a little bit. But yeah, these are due... Like you said, they're starting to hit now. So I assume anytime now they'll start dropping.
So yeah, Doctor Strange has already shown up like about a month ago with the What If figures, and then Morlan has shown up I think this Friday. Morlan's expected in.
Okay, so that's the last Build-A-Figure wave of the year, but not the last wave of the year. Now these, depending on the shipping delays, as we know, everyone knows, there's a global shipping crisis. There are tanks. Not tanks, but shipping containers. Tanks. There's shipping containers queuing up at ports all around the world, trying to offload stock. Not just toys, of course. The world doesn't revolve around toys, unfortunately. So whether they hit us before the end of the year, we don't know. But these are technically a 2021 release. If I'm wrong, a lurker can correct me. But yeah, you know me. I'm all in. Buying 2 of these, don't even have to think about it. I still have, Rich, right? A set of Wave 1 mint in the shipper box upstairs. I could sell Spider-Man right now from that wave for like the price of the whole I brought the wave for. Crazy. Do you reckon this wave will be just as popular? It's got some decent Spider-Man in there.
It's got some decent Spider-Man and decent villains as well. I mean, and like Jay Hernandez did that symbiote Spider-Man reveal as well.
Yep.
It looked really nice figure as well. So
I'm obviously getting 2, Rich. What are you in for on this wave, if any?
I'm only getting the Scarlet Spider. That's the only one I'm into. I don't really need any other ones.
I'm buying the second set for you, Rich. It's fine. It's all right. Hasbro are not losing out on any money. I'm just buying the second set to compensate Rich not picking it up. But these, by the way, right, people, I can't even explain to you how perfectly this lines up, right? So from my wall, which I plug every week, you should play a drinking game. How many times Dan shows you the wall, take a drink, right? From the ceiling up there, all right? So obviously there's still some room. I need to move the Sentinel, I need to move my boxes, but all that will be moved, and I will have exact enough space to put this whole wave right there. So by the end of the year, if these actually ship on time, I've already brought the shipping cases. I've already brought the command strips. I'm literally ready to go. I just need these figures. And I will have a wall from ceiling to floor of retro Spider-Man with not even a gap in between them. Literally flush all next to each other. If you're a fan of symmetry and OCD...
I hope they announce just one more before the end of the year. Just one. Just to like throw it all
Well, I put my picture on my wall up on my Instagram. And Ryan Ting posted a picture of 2 emojis, a pin and a king. And he was sort of asking me, where's my Kingpin, right? Obviously, Kingpin is a bit bigger, right? So we can't fit in with the single figures. But I still brought a shipper box for Kingpin, right? Not a shipper box, but a protective case. Yes, you can buy the bigger protective cases. It costs like £9, not cheap. But I'm a sucker. So I've got the big protective case for Kingpin, and he's going to go on the opposite side of the door. Literally, I've got a space for him. And Dan Yoon did tease we are going to get a second retro Spider-Man on that bigger packaging. So whether it's Rhino, which a lot of people are hoping for, whether it's Lizard, it could be, whether it's Doc Ock, maybe, Mr. Scythe, you know what I'm talking about. That is him.
Yeah.
But my point is, as soon as Kingpin's got a friend, then symmetry's in play. Do you know what I mean? And I'm ready to go. Now they can go onto the wall. I've literally, let me take this camera off. I'll show you. I'll literally show you, right? So, Spider-Man, there's a door, right? Hats, ignore it. There you go. There's space right there for Kingpin. Ignore the Velociraptor. But there you go. That's where Kingpin's going to go and his mate, right? So for any lurkers watching, don't worry. I'm thinking ahead of the game. I'm not new to this. We'll figure it out. But who would you like it to be, Rich? Or who do you... Not that you plan on buying it, but who do you think it's going to be?
I want X-Men. I want more X-Men retro cards. And it's like, I'm pissed off about that. Like, it's like, I don't mind the VHSs, but I think the X-Men, that, like, orange card back was what I bought as a kid. And it's like, I don't think they give it a fair run. Like, that first wave of X-Men retros had some shitty figures in it, and then all the other ones have been exclusives. It's like, do a full wave of like Jim Lee X-Men, and that would sell. My marketing research says, right?
The thing is, Rich, I'm with you. I am with you, right? I would have been a lot more excited and curious to jump on a new line with the retro VHS tapes, because I do like the gimmick, I like the idea, I like what it represents. Yeah. But my initial thought when they revealed them on PulseCon was like, you haven't even finished the retro cards. We've got Gambit, Rogue, White Storm, right? We got three of the team. Give me a Jubilee. Give me a Wolverine, a Cyclops. And yes, I know people out there that don't collect these retro cards are hating on me right now. Shout out Cameron Wright, another super chat. Thank you.
Donated $4.99.
See what Cameron
Lizard
thinks.
on the retro card was semi-leaked earlier this week.
Oh, sneaky. Okay. So whether it is or not, we shall find out. But Cameron is saying that Lizard on the retro card was semi-leaked this week. Now, that's going to disappoint a lot of people that thought it was Rhino or wanted it to be Rhino. So if you've still got Rhino on your shelf, then it doesn't seem to be dropping in price anytime soon if it really is going to be Lizard on that retro card. We shall see, though. We shall see. Leaks sometimes are not true, but we shall see. But going back to our point about the retro cards, I agree with Rich. I think they should complete at least a team on that orange card back first. Yeah, I agree. And I've got protective cases as well upstairs. I should run upstairs and just come back downstairs with a wad of protected case legends. I've got Gambit, Rogue, White Storm. I've even got Deadpool. Do you know, I've took Deadpool out the shipper because you can't even see the figure and put him in a nice clear protective case as well, as a one-off. So, but I need Blue Beast. I told you. Not told you. I said that very aggressively. Like, I told you, Rich. I told you. I want Blue Beast. I know Paul from Powers of X-Men ain't going to be a fan, but Blue Beast on that retro card is just super, like, the pinnacle of nostalgia for me when it comes to Legends. That's what I want. And
I'd love Jubilee on that card because she never got, in the original Toy Biz line, they never released Jubilee in that uniform on that card. So for me, I would have loved that, but, you know, I'm going to buy the VHS tape Jubilee, but I still want retro carded Jubilee, please. Thank you.
Yeah, Rectangular in the chat, and I'm only Kingpin in black suit. Okay, so Mr. Ting is in the chat, and he says Kingpin on the black suit. Could be Kingpin on the black suit. I don't think that would please a lot of people. But it's got to be Rhino or Lizard. It's got to be Rhino or Lizard. People have been guessing either sort. But Ryan, I told you I've got room. Told you there's room on the room on the wall. There's space for him. But yeah, I as I said, I like the fun about collecting is the chase to complete something. So I feel like now I'm going to be chasing something that I have no power in completing. So it's not like those figures are out there and I just have to pay a little bit more to get them or have to search for them. They just don't exist yet. But yeah, Blue Beast on that retro orange card and Rectangular in the chat. And I'm only picking out on Rectangular because I do like to talk about both perspectives. Shout out Home Jude with the channel membership token. He says Dark Phoenix and Magneto on the retro cards, please.
That would be good.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would be happy to see Dark Phoenix in any format re-released again because that Toys R Us 2-pack is a diamond in the rough. But retro card. As I said, Rectangular says he sort of hates the retro cards. He says you're paying the same price for the figures with no Build-A-Figure parts, right? So
that's true.
I'm not disagreeing at all. But for me, just for me, and I do not speak for everybody, I just speak for me. I completely understand that perspective. But for me, what I love about collecting so much is that rush of nostalgia. That every time I look at my wall, all I get is happy vibes. I know it's sad, but if you're watching this stream, I'm sure you're on the same page as me. So it's just that, I don't know, like that flashback of nostalgia that I love on the wall. I'm a sucker for it. Like, as I've told you many times, if nostalgia was a drug, hook it to my veins, all right? Like, I can't help it. Like, I get that argument, and I don't disagree with it. But I personally love the retro cards. But I'm aware that not everyone's on that page. But you lean more on that side, right? Where you're a fan of that. You've got some on display.
Yeah, I like got all the X-Men ones like hanging up there. I like the retro cards. I mean, if they did like stuff like Generation X, if they did an Incredible Hulk, an Iron Man on the retro card, the Iron Man like that, like modular Iron Man, like repainted in like more like a yellow rather than a gold. That would be like a cool figure as well. I mean, there's a lot of those toy biz that I think like are iconic to different people. Like I'd buy a Sheath Force line, Dan. You know, I've got my niche that I would like go into and I would be happy with. But I'm well aware that I would probably be the only one who would be buying that. So
I'm sure you're not the only one. This is the mad thing about collecting, is that there are so many people out there that are on the same page about certain things and disagree about other things, but then they agree with some other thing. Like there's no rules, and that's what's great. Tell you what I want on the retro card. I want this on the retro card. Shout out Mini Plastic Multiverse. He knows why. Do we reckon we will ever get the Uncanny Dan Who on that orange retro card? It's got to happen, right? Hellfire Hank. It's another way to get out the Hellfire guards. They're quite popular, hard to get at the minute. Obviously, as a toy, you probably can't have the mini bottle of Koppelberg in there. I understand that. But you get the hat, the headphones, the microphone, the Dan Who head sculpt. I'd like to see this come reality. Let me know in the chat if you would buy one of these. And I think if we can get more than 10 people to agree to it, Hasbro will give it the green light. Let us know. Give me a hit in the chat. Write a hit. I'll throw the hit emoji in there if you're a channel member. If you'd buy one of these, I'm not gonna lie. I'd buy 100, Rich. I'd buy 100. Straight up, I'd be on the phone, be like, right, send them to my house. And I'd plaster the wall. It literally, the Spider-Man figures would come down, and my whole wall, I'd even move the displays. It would just be a room full of them on the wall. And a chair in the middle, a spinny chair that I'd just sit and spin on. Would you buy one of them, Rich?
I don't know, how much is it going to be? If it comes with a Build-A-Figure Brandon part, maybe I'd be in for it, but I don't know.
Build-A-Brandon works, to be fair, doesn't it? A Build-A-Brandon part. Funny. Okay.
But Phil Jones has beaten us all. He's already got his figure like available to buy now, wouldn't he?
yeah. Well, as I said, Obadiah, we shall see soon. I was making myself laugh filming that review. I'm not even going to lie. Okay, we got some hits from Jamie, from Z-Man. Javi says free. Of course, Javi says free. Lizzie Harts with a hit, Marvel Collector UK. Tom says, okay, I'd buy one. To be fair, Tom would probably get a bit of compensation since he did design it. Do you know what I mean? So, Tom, I'll give you one for free, all right? Don't worry about it. Don't tell anyone, though.
Tom gets the lawsuit from Hasbro when they go after
No, it's not Hasbro. No. Hellfire Dan's completely different. Trevor said he'd buy one. Phil obviously would buy one. Jay would buy one. Cheeky Monkey Kiara would buy one. Home Dude would buy one. Why not throw in a spare head with the retro chameleon? That'd be great. Throw in Dan Who head anywhere if you want. Omega said shit emoji hit. I don't know if he's saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe both. Still, I'll take it. Cameron would buy one. Needs to come with a duck, says Kiara. I agree. I'd take it with a duck. Brandon Head on the X-Men Evolution Wolverine body. Brandon would love that. He really would, I'm sure. Brandon's a little bit taller than Wolverine, though, to be fair to him. But there you go. Okay.
Less hairy as well, not as hairy.
Hasbro, give it the green light, all right? Dan Who, Uncanny Hellfire Dan on the retro card. Make it happen. People want Hellfire Hank on that retro card. Okay, let's go back to our shopping list. I feel like we are just shopping with an audience. Add to basket. Okay, after that...
Just don't press checkout, Dan.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It always confuses me, right, when people share their orders online. all right, but they've got multiple things in a basket that are all released months apart. I'm like, you're an idiot. Just pay the extra £3 shipping, you cheapskate. Like,
because I'm a nosy bastard. What I like is when people like leave the other tabs they've got open, they've been browsing, and I'm always like, ooh, what are you looking at? What website you
on? Okay, retro carded Avenger figures, keeping on the retro card theme. Loki, Falcon. We've also got Scarlet Witch. The female Loki is now up for pre-order that we mentioned last week, and then the Black Vision. That'd be a cool Vision, but no, it's the White Vision. But I don't think we'll see any of them this year, to be honest. I don't think any of them will hit this year. Doctor Strange, I don't think will hit this year. Star Action have it up. I think it's like March, maybe. It says January. It says January. So we might get it. We might get it this year.
I think Falcon and Loki are due this year, I'm sure.
Okay, let's have a little look. Let's have a look at Falcon. He says November. Oh, okay, so maybe any time now. Interesting. Okay, so it feels like we probably will get Falcon, Loki, and again, a stretch. We have seen it in hand because Bug Nice, of course, revealed this on his channel. So there are products, samples made. So now it's just a case of getting them off the boats, I imagine. So we may get Doctor Strange. Have you gone for this, Rich?
Yeah, I think this looks great. This is like a really good comic book looking. Doctor Strange has been like lacking for a long time, like a good classic Doctor Strange figure. It looks really good.
Yeah, this is the Strange I've been wanting. I actually don't have any comic Strange on my shelf. I don't know why. I think I sold one of my Strange that didn't have the hood or the cape to buy the one that came with a cape later on. And then it's just one of those that just I never picked up again.
And this cape joins like with the Eye of Magneto in the middle, not like that blooming What If Doctor Strange with his blooming cape.
But it's stuck though, isn't it? That's the downfall. It's stuck. You can't now take this cape off.
No, yeah, that is going to be stuck on. But yeah. I'm happy with that. I mean, it's going to hinder his articulation a little bit. I think like Bug showed that off a bit. No, didn't Bug take it off? Did he not? Or am I making that up?
I don't know. That's the pictures. None of the pictures have the cape off. Yeah.
No, I think you are right that it is glued on.
I think that was the biggest gripe people had with this Strange.
Yeah.
They were really excited for it. And then when Bug mentioned that the cape's glued, people were like, oh, that's disappointing. But people in the chat are agreeing. They seem to really want this Strange. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go back. So it seems like we might get a couple more of these retro carded figures. I've got wave 1 and 2 of those Avengers grey card retro mint in box in the shipper boxes upstairs, just waiting to figure out what I'm doing. And these ones ain't particularly a wave, are they? They're just like a few randoms, but it does make up a whole wave. Tigra, Hercules, Loki, Falcon, Scarlet Witch, Vision, female Loki. So that's another 7. So that's more than a normal wave. So yeah, crazy. Definitely the most of the retro. I think MCU Collector, to be fair, when he interviewed the Marvel team, he actually had a breakdown of how many retro cards have been released from each. And the grey card is definitely the most popular so far, followed by Spider-Man, I assume. But yeah, I think that's it for Legends, right? For this year, that we're expecting this year. Is there anything I'm missing? Let me just bounce to the Fuchsia real quick, because I know the Fuchsia have their big list up.
The army builders, the Black Hand, the Squall, and the Shield Agent 2-pack. I think they're the ones.
Are we expecting them this year then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Okay, so there's the Shield Agent, not Shield Agent, the Hand Ninja. When you get multiple of these, they look so much better. I've got 3 of the red ones on the shelf behind me, and I think they look really good together. These are due. Where's the date? It doesn't have a date on it. Can't see.
Well, these have started showing up.
Oh, no, there they are. There you go. 1st of the 3rd. No, 2022.
But these have started showing up in Thailand and China. I think rectangular shaded pools showing that they're available.
Oh, okay. Oh, and I have seen unboxed pictures, actually, now you mention it, of the Shield pack. A few people, because I've got Excalibur now, people have been asking me when's it due. So I'll have a look at that if I can. The X-Force 3-pack in the UK is actually on Pulse. Let's have a quick look at that. That is due next year as well, 3rd of the 2nd. And to be fair to Hasbro, right, I think they're doing this the best way. everything seems to be like, or like even the recent reveals from PulseCon are going to be released in July of next year. I don't think they actually will hit in July. I think Hasbro are just playing this clever and adding a bit of time onto their expected release so that if they are late, not a problem. They gave us the heads up because no one's going to complain if they come early, right?
So, they will, Dad. Did you not see the chat of like posting? They were moaning. Someone was moaning. Yeah. It was like just spam in the chat. Why have all these arrived at Wednesday? Not due till February. Why have I been charged? It's like, oh, shut up.
Yeah. You're right. It doesn't matter what happens in the world. Someone complains. I used to always say that my missus was so negative about anything, right? Almost moan. If I brought her a plate of food, she'd be like, oh, I didn't want that many chips. I'm like, can't you just say thank you for the dinner? Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'd always say, if she won the lottery, she'd be like, so, wow, congratulations, Amanda, you just won the lottery, £1 million. And she'd go, oh, didn't get the bonus ball, though. You just won the lottery. Do you know what I mean? That's such a negative mindset. They're sort of half glass empty type people. But I'm not one of them. I'm like, what? It's not even half the Koppelberg left. I'm still going to enjoy it. Honestly, Rich, this is my last Koppelberg currently in my fridge. I'm like, I want to guzzle this back, but I can't.
I had no vodka today. I just drank a glass of wine, and I've got like no alcohol now till my Tesco order shows up.
Let's go to the shop.
Dire times.
Look, I've got a Be Right Back logo. Let's just go to the shop. We'll be back. We're after me and Rich are after the shop. No, we're not really. We're still here. If anyone wants to deliver us, though, can we deliver some Koppelberg? Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg turns up rapping from my door with a crate of Koppelberg. I'd take it. I was trying to look for Excalibur. Oh, so there's Excalibur. Again, I'm assuming if this is on Pulse, it might say next year as well. Yeah, it says 1st of the 1st, 2022. So this one people may get this one in hand before the year is out because it actually says 1st of the 1st, 2022. So it may ship Christmas time.
I'm guessing like you and the Foosh have got them, and the fact that they've shown up on like AliExpress, stuff like that. I mean, I think these are on the way. So if anything's going to come by the end of the year, I think it would be this, an Excalibur, and the Shield 2-pack, and the Hand, and Skrull. That's what, if I was a betting man, I'd say they'd be before the end of the year.
Yeah, I've got the max order that I can get of Skrulls on Pulse. I think it was free. I think the max order was free, unfortunately, on Pulse. I should have went elsewhere to get an extra for my even numbers, but he is due 1st of the 1st, so you're right. Just like Excalibur will probably hit this year. No complaints from me. This is great. Love the Army Builder format. Very happy with this. Love that we get 2 heads as well. Army Builders should at least come with 2 heads so you can mix it up. Encourages you to buy more. Loving that.
You got a hairdryer for that Nebula. Maybe I should need that Nebula now. Look.
Just build a little salon diorama and just create our own what if. Create our own what if episode. Okay, so there's that, and then the Shield 2-pack. I've also got 2 of these on order as well. Just because why not? More Shield agents and lots of interchangeable heads there. Can mix it up a little bit on the display, and again they're due 1st of the 1st. So yeah, probably expect this just like the others a little bit sooner rather than later. We shall see. Probably won't use the red visor. It bugs me. I need all of them. If they're all in the uniform, I need them all streamlined. Need them all with the silver visor, I think.
Tom is saying in the chat that 5 is the maximum of the Skrulls, so you could buy another 2 if you wanted.
It was free when I ordered it. That is it. I'm ordering another 2. Oh yeah, it says limit 5. I swear to God, someone please back me up on this. It said when I originally ordered these, it was free because we could all only order 3. I remember having this conversation with Brandon. Brandon would know. Did you? I'm assuming you didn't go for any schools, right? Or have you?
Yeah, no, I've got two Skrulls, one to go either side of the Super Skrull.
Perfect. See, that's the way an army builder should be. You don't need to go crazy, but you just need them there. At least 2 of them on the shelf to show that there's a bit of a clan going on.
And you've got like 2 different heads, haven't you? That's what I thought. So it's kind of like 2 different figures.
I would have 2 Super Sorrows, but my
2 Super Sorrows. They trying to figure it him as well.
2 ashes.
God, anyone on YouTube now?
I just got cramp in my leg. Ah, shit. Do you know when you get really bad cramp and I want to cry now? Shit. Okay. I'm wiggling my toes. Shit, that really hurt.
You need to like move your leg or something.
Sorry, yeah, my bad. I'm wiggling my toes. All right, wiggling my toes. Where was I? That really put me off. Anyone ever got cramp and it like feels like you've been stabbed? Yeah, that's what I'm getting right now.
You said you've nearly got 2 Super Skrulls.
Yeah, sorry. Shout shout out Super Sorrel as well, though, of course. He was posting a picture of a custom he did where he's put Kevin Owens' head on a figure to represent himself at the minute. But yeah, if Legends do a Super Sorrel, I'll buy one, put them on the shelf with the Super Scrolls. It's a scroll after all. They can be anyone they want, Rich. They could be you. They could be me.
Exactly.
Maybe I'm a
Could be
scroll.
anyone.
Yeah. Okay, I will be getting 2 more of them, though. I'm taking that up to 5. Yeah, why not? No, maybe 4, because then I can have them flanking the Super Sorrel. I keep saying Super Sorrel now. Free plugs all day, Ash. Free plugs all day.
So what bits do you need to make a second Super Skrull?
The 2 legs. The legs that came with Doctor Doom. So I did have another Doctor Doom, like a brand new Doctor Doom mint in box. But I might have sold it on eBay. You know how things get. I've got electric bills to pay. Do you know what I mean? So I got rid of that Doom. So now I have no legs. Originally, I did only need the leg from Reed Richards. But now I need both legs. So I need the leg that come with Doom and the leg that come with Reed Richards. So if anyone out there wants to send me some Super Skrull. Thank you. Sorry, Ash. Ash is going to send me his leg in the post now because I've been asking for it so much. But yeah, I need those legs, people. And I will have a second one because he also come with 2 heads, like Rich is saying, with this one. So I can display 2 of them. Walk it off, Dan. Thank you. Honestly, that really hurt. Like, I'm like, do you know what that type of cramp where you're like this is hurting more than I'm trying to let on. Okay. Thirsty for Chicken says, I'm back. I had to go and order that Captain Rex. Captain Rex, there's no orders up. Okay, that sounds like a good time to sort of... have we skipped anything? Because we can start talking about some other stuff. Because I don't know about you, Rich, but I spend my money on a lot of other stuff. Do you know what I haven't got this year? The Amazon Wolverine pack. Haven't got that yet.
No, that's a nice pack. That is actually in hand. Yeah, I quite like that one.
So I haven't got this yet. I think because it was like £100 at a time that loads of other things were coming out, it was something I had to just sit on. But I will get it because it's got Mastermind, of course, to go with the Hellfire. And I actually prefer that Hellfire body for Thingy-majig. What's his name? Give me the Hellfire Club members' names.
He's
black. He's literally
Sebastian Shaw.
Yeah, thank you. He's literally the black, whatever he is, the Black Knight or whatever they call him.
The Black King.
Black King. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, Black Knight. I've got Knights on the brain from Eternals. Yeah, I think this body, because it is the black uniform, will suit Shaw better.
Yeah,
and then I'll put the Mastermind, the posh Mastermind head on the other body, the blue body, because that uglier Mastermind head is for when he's not tricking people to thinking he's handsome, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, so get a Mobius body, check that one on Mobius, and then you just need like a shawl to go around his neck. So hopefully Cosmic Capes, someone will make one soon, and then we go by that.
I've seen, sorry, people can't even see the pictures. I've got the super chat things in the way. There you go, you can see what I mean now. There you go, you can see the heads now. Yeah, like I've seen people buy it an extra. You said Morbius. Sorry, I thought Mobius. Mobius, who you said?
No plasma.
Yeah. Sorry, we're on the same page. But it has characters. You know me, when it comes to legends, I don't need every single legend. I know it seems like I do, but I don't need every single legend, but I need every single character that's unique. And I don't have Callisto and I don't have Cyber. So I need this box set. I would say, obviously, Mastermind as well. And another Wolverine, why not? So yeah, I will pick this up, but I haven't got it yet. But this is available now. I could get this on Amazon now if I wanted to. So just holding my horses on that. We've got all the Walgreens, doing Fantastic Four, doing What If, doing the Spider-Man. We've done the Pulse Cons. Infinity Saga was great. My favourite summer releases, by the way. Spoiler alert, but my favourite box set out of them all is this one. My review is already filmed. It's on scheduled release. Will come out over the weekend. Phil Jones and the Ironmonger. Great set. Very impressed with that.
You did to reveal. You just got that one and Serto left. Is that it?
Yeah. So I've filmed the review for this. It's ready to go. I'm just going to wait to put it out over the weekend. So I want to do Excalibur. I'm just excited to open some stuff. And Amanda's going to London this weekend to see like a Frozen show or something. So obviously I'm not going. I'm staying at home to open some toys. So I'll get them open this weekend because I want to put them on the shelf. Like I'm excited to add some new stuff on the shelf. But yes, Serda is the last one. Now I don't know if it's going to fit on my shelf But I'll find a place for him. I'll find a place for Surda, wherever he is. There he is, the big bastard. Yeah, great. He's great. But yeah, we've done that. Done Age of Apocalypse. They're already on the shelf. Ursa Major.
The Forgotten Wave.
The Forgotten Wave. The Dan Who Reviews Forgotten Wave. Now, anyone keeping score at home, I obviously do have the Ursa Major wave. I just haven't, because I got it a little bit delayed and then I got Age of Apocalypse first. The super producer, as he is, I take his advice. That's why he's the super producer. Said, Dan, do AOA first. So I did.
And to be fair, last year you did AOA like months after you did 1-1. So
yes.
Maybe this can be a Christmas gift. You can do this over Christmas week, look, for everyone.
Yeah. I will at some point. I probably won't do them all a separate video now. Pointless now. But I will throw a video with my thoughts on this wave because I was excited about this wave. Iron Man's one of my favourite comic characters.
Have you not even opened them?
No, they're in the box. They're all in the box. Yeah, I won't know if I think I'm doing a video. This is a YouTuber's curse. But if I think I'm going to do a video for it, I won't open it. So even though when there's toys I really want to open, like of course I want to open Brian and release him from his plastic cage. Yeah. But I obviously want to do a review and actually talk about Megan, and I know I've already talked about Brian, but I obviously want to talk about the others. So if I think I'm going to do a video on it, I'll save it. But yeah, I will do that. We've done the Villains Wave, done Disney Plus, Shang-Chi obviously, House of X earlier this year, Spider-Man, Stiltman. Yeah, this is going to be a good year for top 10 lists. We've had a lot of solid releases, both MCU with the Infinity Saga and the Disney Plus wave, and with comic figures. I do think this year's top 10, I'm definitely doing a top 10 comic, a top 10 MCU, and I can probably do a top 10 Builder-Figure at this point, or at least a top 5. I usually do a top 5 Builder-Figures. But it's been a great year for Legends, and they're not slowing down anytime soon.
You could even do like retro figures and deluxes this year, because we just had so many.
It's crazy. I will milk you. If I've got time over Christmas, I will milk the content. Don't you worry about it. People love those top 10 lists. I should do more lists like that on my channel because the algorithm loves it. Like, if I did more, here's top 10 of this and here's da-da-da-da, then if I could quit my job and just do YouTube full time, I'd love to do stuff like that. But unfortunately, it's not the way the world works. But yeah. It's going to be anyway. I just love watching other people's lists this time of year. Do you know what I mean? I will literally watch every single YouTuber's list of their top 10s. I just love that format and seeing why people like certain figures, and because there's no right or wrong. There is nothing. It's literally your perspective, your opinion, your thoughts, and yeah, I enjoy that type of stuff. And we'll definitely do some live stream content out of it as well. You, me, and Brandon can go head to head with some picks or something like that. And do the voting or whatever. It'll be fun. There's going to be some fun streams ahead, I'm sure. All right, let's take a pause from Legends for a second. And I want to plug, while I'm in the middle of the stream, I have started a brand new show. I'm doing it while we've got 90 people here. So this turned up this week. So you know I love Legends, but my second love in regards to collecting is Turtles. And my Loot Crate turned up. So me and Tanner started to do we wanted to do a segment called Where's My Loot Crate? Well, Tanner, mine's here, mate. Here it is. The segment's over. But this has the Danny in it and I sympathise with this Danny because he hates being called Danny. He likes to be called Dan or something like that. So I hate being called Danny as well. I shouldn't have said that. Dan was going to call me Danny, ain't they? I love being called Danny, really. I hate being called Dan. Oh, don't call me Dan. But there you go. There he is. So he's here. Small. He's about the same size as John Connor, I see. I've got John Connor from the Terminator up on my shelf, and he's about the same size. But anyway, Turtles, people. Do you like turtles? Do you like talking turtles? Do you like a good cup of English tea? Then I have the show just for you. Turtles and tea. So me and Tanner, the Super Turk 5000 himself, we originally said the first Tuesday of every month, but I don't know if I can commit to that at present. So we're just going to go for at least one Tuesday a month. I know, super catchy tagline, but at least one Tuesday a month, we will do Turtles in Time. So we're actually going to do a Turtles and Tea. I said Turtles in Time then, didn't I? Turtles and Tea. We're actually going to do one the last month of the last week of this month. So the 23rd. So the 23rd of November will be the next episode of Turtles and Tea, and it'll be me, Tanner, And we're also going to get in Jay's Toys Collection UK. As, let's be honest, during our Legends and Liquor Halloween episode, the guy did dress up as a shocked turtle. So the guy can obviously talk turtles, he's a turtle fan. So we're going to get Jay's Toys Collection UK on with us, and we're going to talk some turtles. Lots of turtle news to talk about as well. We've had new reveals from Super 7, new pre-orders from NECA. We've had loot crates turn up, obviously. So yeah, lots of stuff to talk about in regards to turtles. So we did a show. Because I can't always talk about it on these type of streams, we did a show. So at least one Tuesday a month, expect to see me talking turtles on a live stream. So if you're a Turtles fan, that's for you, all right? Find the playlist on the channel. The actual pilot episode, if you will, is actually called episode 0. See what I did there, Rich? So it's the pilot. Do you know, just so it's not episode 1 yet, 0. So episode 1 will be on the 23rd of November.
Is that because 0 rhymes with hero, which is what they called them in the UK, the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles?
It is now.
I see what you did there.
It is now, yeah. Yeah, we can have some fun on that show as well. You like Turtles? What's your fandom like with Turtles? Would you ever join us on Turtles and T, Rich?
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But I do like. I don't hate the Turtles. Like I said before, like I like my brothers and everything. I had all the figures. I had the Blimp. I had the Sewer. I used to love the Rat King. I used to love the Neutrinos. No, the ones that everyone hates. I used to love
they were in the original.
Neutrinos.
The first 5 episodes was like a mini movie type thing, and season 1, if you will. And yeah, the Neutrinos from Dimension X and their little car. I had their car. They had like a car that Shredder drove or whatever in the toy line. I don't think I ever had the Neutrinos in figure form because I never got any of the News Crew or any of the Toon versions. But I had the car.
We've got that News Crew on order as well. Maybe that will show up by the end of the year.
It's meant to. I've got extra. I've got loads on pre-order from NECA. To be fair, I've got the Pizza Monsters that are meant to be coming out soon. I've got Anthrax. I think I've got. Hang on, I might even have a tab. Why am I talking? We can talk about anything we want on this channel. We are talking pre-orders, so this is fair game, all right? So we've talked Legends. What else has Dan pre-ordered? What else has Dan spent his money on? Let's have a look, shall we? So, what's this? Kapow Toys. Okay, well, you tell me something, Rich, actually, before we get into that. And I'll find a tab. So you show off. What are you showing off there?
So this is the Masters of the Universe Origins Sorceress figure that has just started showing up in the UK. In Demand had it. Smiths have started picking up as well. Shout out to Phil Jones, Cool Toys UK. He's like the Masters of the Universe whisperer. Yes. If you want to know where the Masters of the Universe figures are like showing up, Phil Jones has got all the connections. I think Jay like ran down to Smiths as well when he saw that Phil Jones has like, picked these up. But I missed out on Smiths, but I did grab one from In Demand, and it's like sold out now as well.
So what's the significance of that character then?
So the Sorceress is like she runs Castle Grayskull. She's like the one. She's like got all the magic powers, gives He-Man the sword and everything like that. But she's the most significant for this is like I never had this figure as a kid. Like I was a bit older when He-Man was always like the reduced line. It was like you'd pick it up at like pound shops and cheap shops, we used to call them. They'd always be like cheap, so I'd always like grab them like when they came. But I never got a Sorceress figure. So like 30 years later, I finally got a Sorceress.
Beautiful. I picked up a He-Man today when I was walking around the Entertainer. The Entertainer, it's like walking into a toy shop from 5 years ago. Oh, my camera fell. Do you know what I mean, though? Because the Entertainer is never got anything new in it. It's like, if I was here 5 years ago, the shelves would be stacked. But the Entertainer's just so far behind. It's ridiculous. They had Legends in there. Like, they had the Captain Marvel, the Century Build-A-Figure wave in there still. And that's from the start, like the end of 2018.
I picked up the Stealth Iron Man and the Hologram Iron Man. Though they had them in there when I went in.
Oh,
so
interesting.
They've had some new figures this year.
Not my Entertainer.
No. You can order online, or then you get them delivered in.
Yeah, no. Sometimes I just like picking up something. Like today, I genuinely thought I was going to pick up Tiger and Hercules, and they weren't there. I was disappointed. Yeah, I nearly picked up a He-Man. What I was saying is that I was in Entertainer and I picked up a He-Man. But it's really hard to get those figures mint because the card is like really long at the top and it like flops a little bit. So I picked up a He-Man. It was like the card was already creased. So I was thinking they must be a pain in the ass to get really mint. But no, I've seen people's collections of them where they're all lined up and it does look like a fun film collection. It was just He-Man was something I missed growing up. Like I was aware of it, but I was more into. I remember Thundercats a lot more than He-Man. I remember Thundercats a lot. I don't remember Silverhawks. I don't remember the one after that, the Tiger, whatever it was. What was it called? The one after Silverhawk?
Tiger Sharks. I don't think I ever came over there.
Yeah.
But like the Mini Plastic Multiverse was the only posh people remember Silverhawk who had that.
Oh, hang on, you cut out. Say that again. Only posh people what?
Will know what Silverhawks are. The people who had like Sky One, who had like cable as a kid.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't get. My mum and dad didn't get Sky until I don't know the mid 2000s, and like all I'd do as a teenager is just skip through the music channels looking for a music video I liked. Do you know what I mean? Like that's all I did with Sky as a teenager. Kerrang to the box to Kiss.
Texted in the song.
Yeah. Crazy. Can you believe one of my favourite Linkin Park songs is In the End, by the way. This is super random. That turned 20 years old the other week. Like 20 years old, In the End by Linkin Park. Insane. Anyway.
But in the end, it doesn't even matter, does it, Dan?
It's true. I know that whole verse. I could literally just start rapping that whole verse. I love In the End. But I won't. Instead, let's go back to talking some Turtles. So, we are talking about toys we've pre-ordered. So I'll tell you what I've got pre-ordered for people that care. And again, if you're playing bingo like Tanner is, get ready to hit some points because he's definitely going to have some of these. So I've got the Scumbug and Anthrax pre-ordered. Scumbug I had as a kid. I remember the Playmates version ever so well. One of those creepy toys that's just embedded in my head. And that is spot on. Like it was one of the toys that actually did look like his brief appearance in the cartoon, because I think the toy was actually out before his appearance in the cartoon, so they were able to put it in. So that is super nostalgic for me. And Anthrax is part of that like Night of Rogue episode where you need the lineup of villains. Very excited for this 2-pack. Not out yet, but maybe before the end of the year we shall see. Another one is Ace Duck. And Mutagen Man. Obviously, the Mutagen Man from the cartoon looks very different to the Playmates toy, but still the same character. And Ace the Duck. Now,
You've got to get a duck, haven't you? Come on.
Of course I'm getting the duck. But what's so crazy about Ace Duck is that obviously everyone remembers the Playmates toy, but in the cartoon, he was only in like one little scene on the Turtles TV. So he was never even a character on the cartoon. He was just a duck in a movie on the TV.
Like Itchy and Scratchy then.
Essentially, but it was only like in one episode. So Itchy and Scratchy, like in virtually every other episode of The Simpsons. This guy was just in one sort of small brief scene in the cartoon, but everyone remembers him because he was such a fun toy as a kid. So yeah, Ace Duck, Mutagen Man, hopefully that comes out this year. I have seen pictures online that people have started to get it in hand overseas, so hopefully that trickles over. And then I've got a couple of these pizza monsters as well. And what I love about these pizza monsters is that they are, I'm surprised that they didn't get sued by like Fox or whoever made Alien at the time. Who was it? James Cameron did Aliens 2, didn't they? And Ridley Scott did the first one. So I'm surprised Ridley Scott wasn't on the phone to the Turtles animating team going, come on now. You could have tried a little bit harder. That is clearly a xenomorph alien. But that's what's crazy. Is that as a kid, I would watch Alien as an adult going, that looks like the alien from the Turtles cartoon. But it's no, the alien, the Turtles completely ripped off the xenomorph from the Alien movie. And there you go. Now we've got it in figure form. And interestingly enough, NECA actually did do their own alien. Like they released their own like alien, but painted yellow and called it the Sewer Alien. So it was like a little nod to the Turtles one. But now, obviously, the official Turtle one's been released as well. And by the way, I collect all the Kenner NECA alien-inspired stuff. Love the NECA stuff, NECA alien stuff. Got all the original NECA Kenner figures mint on card upstairs. Rich knows my hassle trying to get that Valkyrie. So like, I'm still paying her off, Rich. I'm not even going to lie. Like, good old PayPal credit, 12 months interest free. But it had to happen. She needed to be. But anyway, I'm rambling. But yeah, there you go. Alien, she's on my pre-order list as well. Rich, give us something on your pre-order list from something that's not Legends that you collect.
So, like, this is from Loose Collector, Lady Death. But obviously, he's just announced that there's more figures coming up. So, this is the old school... Oh, if I don't drop it. Whoa. This is the more Action Collectibles Purgatory. But Loose Collector has just done an updated one. So, he's doing Purgatory, Vampirella, and Red Sonja as well, and they look good. They are expensive, but I mean that Lady Death figure she's beautiful. She's got really good articulation. The price is high, but the paint job on that is like brilliant. She's like really well sculpted, really nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to them. And I have Purgatory and Vampirella on order. Who's got them? I think Toys-R-Us have got them in the UK.
I'm just having a look on Google now. The first one that comes up is obviously Big Bad Toy Store. Our American friends very recognise this very small website that sells toys. The only one they've got up is Red Sonja. But yeah, all of these figures look great, by the way. I wanted to get Lady Death, but I was a little bit too slow on it.
I think Toys-R-Us might have her in now. Someone's got her over there.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Because she fits perfectly in with Legends, doesn't she? Like, just scale was beautiful, yeah.
Oh my God, we've got any Legends.
Oh, there you go. Here's the picture of all of them. So you gone for both of these two in the picture?
So I've gone for Vampirella and Purgatory. I haven't gone for Red Sonja yet, but I might. The chainmail bikini looked weird to me, but I mean, I might see it better in hand and then be like, oh, okay, I'll get it. But yeah, no, it's the same size as Legends, like there you go. Scale.
Don't show off that mystique. People get jealous.
Sorry, Abnugler. Shut up, Nugler. I haven't seen him tonight. Where is he?
Yeah, where's that damn Agnug? He's getting ready for season 2 of the Tiger King. That comes out this month. That should be entertaining, to be fair. But yeah, these look great. These look great, by the way. I'm not even gonna lie. I think I might backtrack and get Lady Death, and then may end up getting some of these. I love collections that can scale with other things I buy. So the fact that these can already go on my shelf with my Legends or with my Lightning collection, Star Wars, whatever it be, they can just sit there as characters on the shelf in scale. I love it.
And it's nice because it so far seems to be just all licensed female figures, like they do in Tana from Heavy Metal as well. So it's like it's been a while since we've had just a female line of like 6-inch action figures. So the fact that this collector's doing that, who's like did customs for years, like brilliant customs.
I actually have a loose collector item on the shelf. Thanks to Unparalleled, I actually have loose collectors Video Man. Video killed the radio star. But yeah, this is literally a flat. Look at that. That is insane, isn't it? This is Video Man, an actual like Marvel character. You can Google him. But yeah, look at that. Like, perfect. This is a loose collector item. I got this from Unparalleled. So shout out Unparalleled Universe. Yeah, this is beautiful. So yeah, this is an example of the quality loose collector does, but obviously these figures are amazing.
And there you go, Fortress Matimus in the chat is already saying they've already fixed Sonya's bust, Vampirella's face, and Purgatory's hair. So like that's the thing with loose collector, he's always working on them all the time. So they go to his Facebook page, there's updates on that to see what they look like now. So that's always good that they like the thing is with Hasbro, like we notice something wrong and it's tough luck you've got that figure.
Yeah.
But like at least with like loose collector, like he's like updating them, changing them, and like listening to what people are saying online, which is great.
Yeah, because it's a small independent sort of franchise, if you will. Like he's there, he's got his ear to the ground, and he wants to make product that people are going to like. So if people are saying change it and they've got time, then fair play. And yeah, these type of figures as well. Let's be honest, these character designs, you're not going to get them in a mainstream toy line. So this is the best way to do it. And you're going to get them better than a mainstream toy line would do as well, to be honest. So, yeah, bravo. So, are these expected to hit this year then? Or are they probably going to roll into next year?
I think next year, because I think Tana will be the next one from Heavy Metal. And then there's Hell Witch from Coffin Comics first.
Does she come with a giant chicken thing that she sits on?
So that's Tana. That's from Heavy Metal. That's what she plays on.
Yeah, giant chicken. I was just looking in the chat a minute ago, and Jamie said that he may have brought that Ace Duck from Turtles. Yeah, Jamie's going to do it. Jamie dressed as a duck for Legends and Liquor. Shout out to my duck fans. Again, Legends and Liquor, duck races will continue. I think, Rich, as well, by the way, random side note, because of like the Christmas season, and I will be celebrating my 5th anniversary on YouTube. I think I've been on YouTube for 5 years in
December.
In December, first week of December. So I think I'll turn that stream into like a birthday celebration, and I may do like a Thursday night bonus duck race with like extra points. Do you know, like the top 10 place? Do you know, like just a one-off special birthday celebration race? Points continue for Legends and Liquor. 10 places, all get points. It'll be
But
fun.
your YouTube birthday's the 5th, isn't it?
I think it's the 5th or the 6th. It's the 5th.
Yeah,
or the 6th.
the 5th would be a Legends of Liquor Sunday anyway.
If we keep doing one on, one off, it's the one that's off though.
Oh man, yeah, it is. You're right. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
So I might do a bonus one or move it. I don't know. We'll figure it out when the time comes. But my point is, for December, I will do some bonus duck races. That's why I was pulling out mentioning things.
Last year, you like streamed for like 4 or 5 hours, didn't you?
Yeah, I think Unparalleled was my special guest for my birthday live stream. And because of the 8-hour time difference, Unparalleled actually got up at 7 o'clock in the morning his time to join my live stream. So shout out Wade, because I couldn't get up at 7. I'd rather I could stay up all night, and do live streams, but I couldn't get up early and be live and ready to go. Like I need to get up. I need at least 3 cups of tea before anyone can speak to me. Like I'm terribly annoying. I had some work to do this morning, but I did it last night before I went to bed because I was like, I don't want to get up and do it. I'd rather I was literally up until 1 o'clock in the morning doing actual boring 9 to 5 work just so I didn't have to get up early and do it. That's how much I hate mornings. I was sending emails at 1 in the morning going, look, you've got it. Leave me alone in the morning. Like literally. Okay. What else have we got pre-ordered? We are going to ask the chat in a minute as well, by the way. Let us know what you've got pre-ordered, and I'll pull them up on the screen and see what people are saying. So I want to show some love to these guys that I've been picking up this past year. And I've done some reviews on the channel, and they did all right, to be fair. So, obviously, Jurassic Park, one of my favourite movies. It's got to be. I'm the perfect generation for it. So when Mattel said they were going to do an adult collector's line of the Jurassic Park characters, I thought, perfect. This is going to be great. They showed it off in maybe 2018, 2019 San Diego Comic-Con. And they showed Ian Malcolm and Owen Grady from Jurassic World. And then we never seen them for about a year. We've seen 2 prototypes, never seen them for about a year. And then all of a sudden, they started to come out. And it was a slow start. But this year, they've sort of kicked it into high gear. Because just think, before COVID, originally, the new Jurassic Park movie was meant to come out. Jurassic Park Domination was meant to come out in 2021, but it got pushed because of COVID, obviously. So I think Mattel had already got the ball rolling on some of this product. So this year, we've been getting hit in thick and fast with some of these Amber Collection figures. Now, they have literally given us all the main cast characters in figure form. Now, I had the Kenner. Some of my earliest toy memories are those Kenner figures from Alien and Jurassic Park. And what always bugged me is that the characters, apart from Ellie and Grant, who did look quite similar, Ian never really looked the same. We never got some of the other characters. So now, in figure form, in the scale that I collect, we've got these Jurassic Park figures, and these are beautiful. Can you appreciate these from a distance, Rich? I know these ain't for you, but do you think they look good for what they represent?
I mean, yeah, an old man with a walking stick. Yeah, it looks brilliant. I want that on my shelf. Wow.
Why would you not? Look at that.
I don't know. From if I was into Jurassic Park, I'd be I'd want the dinosaurs. Who wants the blooming stupid people?
No, mate. The human characters are just as interesting as the bloody dinosaurs. But what's so good is that they actually are doing the dinosaurs as well. Look at this. He's getting attacked by a Velociraptor.
He's the same size as that dinosaur.
Look, this Velociraptor is in scale with Legends. That's why I said you could use it with your
Savage Land is display or something.
What's the team I mentioned last week with the Velociraptor?
Runaways.
Yes. Oh, I dropped a stick.
Old Lace.
Yes. Look, but yeah, these are great. Honestly, I've done some reviews on the channel if you're interested. There's Ian Malcolm running away with his flare. Look at that. He could be chased by a T-Rex right now. These are beautiful people. If you're a Jurassic Park fan and you collect figures in the scale that Legends, Lightning Collection, Black Series, whatever it may be, these literally can fit in the shelf in the same universe. It's crazy.
I always take the piss out of these, but then that Laura Dern figure did over 1,000 views. Who is watching this?
Yeah, both of these. I put both of these up right, and I did these reviews for myself just because I love these and I wanted to give them some love. And yeah, the reviews did all right because they're not as mainstream as some of the other toy lines that we collect. But I do think if they'd only give us 1 or 2 characters, then I'd be like it's a missed opportunity. But they have literally give us all the human characters apart from the kids, and I'm assuming the kids have got to come. But I think I've pre-ordered mine from Toys R Us. They're all in stock or on pre-order right now on JurassicToys.co.uk. The guy who owns this store as well, by the way, is called Daniel Williams. How weird is that?
Is it you, Dan?
No, it's not.
It's like your side business going on.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to flog them. Please buy from Jurassic Toys UK. No, but it is a guy called... I just thought it was a weird tidbit. I found it interesting. I was like, do I own this shop? Oh, it's a different Daniel Williams. But yeah, these are great. So I'm just showing them some love. And Alan Grant is due this week. And as I said, they saved him to last. So yeah, I can't wait for him. And yeah, we need the kids. We just need Timmy and Lex. Timmy and Lex in like a 2-pack would be great. Give us a vehicle in this scale as well. Like, go all out, Metallo, right? You've given me a Batmobile that has lights and smoke that's in 6-inch scale, right? Give me a Jurassic Park Explorer that's in scale with these. Put it on Matty Creations, for God's sake. I'll buy them. So good. So I just wanted to show these some love. If anyone else is in the chat, Tekken Collect says, Rich, you need the hat.
Oh, yeah. Halloween for next year. I'll be sorted, man.
Just grow the beard out a little bit longer. Get the hat, white shirt. Easy.
It's going grey already, look. It won't be far off.
Easy. Yeah, these are great. So that's something else I'm randomly been buying and pre-ordering that I wanted to give some love. So Alan Grant is due this week. So hopefully I will have this complete sort of set before the end of the year. So that's something else random that I thought would show some love. Let's play a bit of tennis, Rich. What about you? Have you got anything else that you've pre-ordered? What else is on your pre-order list?
It's not gone up for pre-order yet, but one of the things I'm excited for next year is Playmates are going to be bringing the Star Trek license back. Oh, okay. Now I know you were not into Star Trek at all, but it's like Playmates did all when I was like a kid. They had like all the Star Trek figures. They did like all the little 4-5 inch figures, like everyone, like Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager. And then they kind of just disappeared. And they did try with the new Star Trek movies, but they were crap figures. So I'm quite hopeful that they've shown previews and it does seem to be like the new Trek, Discovery and Picard, this new era. But they did show Data in Next Generation uniform. So I'm really hoping that they're going to go back and do the Deep Space Nine Next Generation eras, but in modern day figures, because I think they would be good. I hope they don't just do Turtles and just re-release the old ones. Then I'll be like, oh, come on.
When it comes to my sort of, I wouldn't call fandom, but my sort of knowledge of Star Trek is, do you remember on BBC? This is before we had loads of channels on BBC Two. After school, you'd get Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you'd get The Simpsons, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and a Star Trek. So I've watched lots of Star Trek.
Star Trek on a Wednesday, Buffy on a Thursday, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was on a Tuesday, and then Simpsons was Monday and Friday.
There you go. Yeah. So I watched loads of stuff like that. I watched loads of the original ones with Kirk and that. I'm a big Futurama fan as well, and obviously Futurama, the people that create that love Star Trek as well, so I've always went back to watch episodes that Futurama were referencing, if that makes sense. But I've never collected the toys I had in the toys. I might have had them as a kid but not even realised it. But I watched the Toys That Made Us episode on Star Trek. And that sort of opened my eyes to how big the fandom is in regards to the toy lines as well.
They were I remember going into Tesco's and picking up they would have the whole wave on the shelf, and it would be I want Worf as a Klingon. I want Troy as a cowboy, and there was just multiples of all these figures. And now it's they do Picard and Spock, and then the line seems to disappear. So I'm hopeful that Playmates will do a good job this time. We'll see.
Yeah, Playmates, when they go all in on a line, they do a great job. One of my favourite toy lines of all time is The Simpsons, The World of Springfield. And that just stopped. They give us a lot of figures, but it just stopped. They could I know they haven't done it for 10 years, but Playmates could go, right, let's start that again and just keep going where they left off.
With Turtles, they've still got the master license for Turtles, but they don't seem to do much with it. That's what it's just
re-releasing a lot at the minute. Re-releasing a lot.
But like Mattel have just like breathed new life into like Masters of the Universe for the Origins line for like classic collectors. But they've also done like the Revelations line with like updated 6-inch articulation.
Yeah, I've seen those actually. Yeah.
So it's like I don't get why Playmate's not doing something like that with the turtle. You just don't seem to hear as much about Playmates anymore. I know like they seem to have like kids lines. Like I think they've got like Miraculous. I think they had that was like the girl who's like a cat on. You haven't got kids, so you wouldn't know it. But when my niece watches it, it's like set in Paris and she's like a cat burglar. It's like a reverse Spider-Man. So yeah. But they've got that license, I think. But you don't tend to hear much about them.
I think Playmates still make a lot of Turtle stuff, but it's in the newer editions of the Turtles, which we're obviously not really aware of or what. Like, so if you're a fan of the latest Turtles cartoon, I guarantee you can go out there and buy all the Turtle stuff, but it's just that
Is there a Turtles cartoon in the minute though?
Yeah. Like Raphael is like a giant, like a literal giant compared to the rest of them. The character designs are all a little bit iffy. Definitely the furthest they've swiveled away. April's like a mixed race girl with a cat, I think, or something like that. Splinter looks a little bit weird. I don't know. They've just mixed it up and changed it. As they do, as Turtles do. They just different generations. They just mix it up. But it's definitely the furthest they've moved away from the original sort of designs, I think. But yeah, that's what Turtles do. They just reinvent themselves, don't they? But no, it's not for us. It's for the next generation of kids that will hook them just like the original cartoons hooked me. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. What should I look at? So I have, and I hopefully will get this year. So I will give these a bit of love. Is Bobby Valler's Action Force. Now, he's been posting pictures. So they are a pre-order that I've got this year. So I'll just sort of mention these. These are on in the UK. If you're after these, it's Kapow Toys and Toys R Us, I believe, are the only two places stocking them. So Action Force is Bobby Valler. Valorverse basically picked up the license not the license, but picked up the name Action Force, and he's doing his own toy line, own mythology, own original characters, and they fit in scale with your G.I. Joes, with like your Legends. So this is a scale I love. So I've picked up the Swarm guy because and the Swarm pack as well. Because how could I not have the Swarm without his shield and his wings and stuff? Like, these are really, really nice. And I've also gone for. I do want to get more, obviously, but the one that I went for at the get-go was Steel Brigade. So I've gone for this one as well, and they come with so much stuff. Yeah. So look, you get all of that, like weapons, and the ammo comes out, and the satchels come off, and then you can get weapon packs. Yeah, these are great, and as I said, they are in scale with a lot of the other lines you collect. So I've already paid for my pre-orders on these because they're due. They're on a boat right now, apparently. So I'm assuming these will go straight from the factory to the UK retailers rather than going to America first. So
yeah, I think they've said that there's like one boat coming to the UK and then one boat going to America. So.
Perfect. So we should get them at the same time. So obviously, Laser Pants, friend of the channel, Laser Pants and Bobby were both on the Infinity Equation. Now they've just started off their own show every other Saturday, the Free POA podcast. So obviously, I'm sure Bobby will be giving you the updates regularly on there anyway. But yeah, these are due soon. Sergeant Slaughter, like an official Sergeant Slaughter in figure form as well. Looks great. So yeah,
that's such a good face sculpt on that Sergeant Slaughter.
Like, he's in the cartoon beating up the bats, and we're getting the bats from the classified line. So like, I love the idea that you can mix and match lines at this scale. Like, so that's what I love about collecting. So there you go. But yeah, Action Force, I've pre-ordered some of them. But the Swarm, like, they've even got a Phil Jones. Where is he? There he is. This is Phil Jones. There he is. You can get your very own Phil Jones. You just need to put a little bit of grey in there, and he's good to go.
He's licensing his face out to anyone. Anyone can have him, Phil Jones.
Phil Jones is just like, does anyone want this likeness? Anyone want it? Hasbro. Bobby Valler. There you go. Checks and deals being done. But yeah, there you go. These look great. So they're on my pre-order list as well. They've already prayed for. So hopefully I'll get them soon. But yeah, I want to army build these, especially with the shields and the backpacks. And look how good these look as like just fodder villains.
They do look really good. I've got two of the Swarms on order, and I've got Condor, and I think I've got Kerrick on order as well. The one you just showed, the
Phil Jones
one.
Phil Jones, yeah. Sorry, Bobby Vada. We're going to be referring to that guy as Phil Jones for the whole time. Shout out Cloud Fox who had a channel membership token. He says, Kev, toying around, got me into the futuristic combat soldiers from Invincible Toys. Check them out. Oh, okay. I've seen... I think I have seen them. That's where like there's a soldier mixed with a cowboy, a soldier mixed with a samurai. I think I know what you're talking about. Do you know what he's on about, Rich?
I have seen. I think like vaguely. I've seen Kevin post pictures on Instagram, but yeah.
I'll have a look. I'll have a little Google. Let's have a little Google. But I love the translucent sort of eyes on these swarms as well, by the way. So looking forward to getting these. Hopefully, they've been saying maybe the first like sort of end of November. So again, sooner rather than later. But yeah, Action Force finally in hands. And then Wave 2 will be soon after that. And then Wave 3 is going to be all females. So definitely something if you're into the sort of army action sort of lines. And obviously if you're a UK guy, you know that G.I. Joe was called Action Force in the UK. You know, that's where Action Force comes from. So I'm sure you're already aware. But yeah, very intriguing. But let's Google this, what Cloud's saying. Not on my pre-order yet, but maybe. Or maybe I can be persuaded. So what should I Google? Invincible Toys, futuristic combat soldiers. I'll just Google that and hopefully something comes up. Hopefully the internet works just like that. Oh, okay, so it's a current Kickstarter. Okay, let's have a little peek, shall we, Rich? Let's have a little peek. Okay. So that should come up on the screen. Futuristic combat soldiers, 1/12 scale action figures. Okay, let's have a little look-see. Scroll down. Okay, Series 1, lots of articulation as we can see. Who we got? So we got Ranger. A lot of green, maybe patrolling the woods. Nice sniper, camouflaged, hide behind the trees. Liking the look of Ranger?
Looks quite good, yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. Who else they got? So there's some pictures of Ranger. Then they've got this guy, Hercules. Hercules. So Hercules has got like a sort of like an animal type helmet, some weaponry. It's crazy that you need like it always makes me laugh when you see people go into battle topless. It's like you do realise you're prone to get sliced. Like get some armor on you. Hercules, okay, he looks alright. There's like a Spartan one. He's actually called Spartan. So there you go. I like the shield. Could be like a what am I trying to say? Hologram, not hologram. Like a
like an energy effect.
Yeah. I like that. It's like a futuristic take on an old school Spartan design. Like I like it. Comes with cloth good cape as well. Looks pretty good. Scroll down a little bit more. There's the Spartan in action, and we got the Plains Warrior. So I'm sure this has got a bit of Black Panther influence. I like that sort of militant. You've got the sort of Panther style helmet. A bit of purple blues in there, bit of a spear. I like that.
They look quite nice. They could like fit in as army builders into like loads of different ways.
These are looking good. I love, as I said, like I love just collecting like random. I love collecting like figures that all fit in scale. Like they could be part of one universe. Do you know, like for me, scale has always been a pet peeve of mine. Even as a kid, I would never mix my Kenner toys with my Action Men. Do you know, I just wouldn't do it. I know as a kid, some kids are like, oh, they're all toys. But for me, I was like, it makes no sense. Action Men, I want that big. Kenner toys are that big. Like, so even now in my collecting world, I don't only buy figures in that scale, but my shelves and my collection are definitely skewed towards the 6-7 inch scale. But this is probably my favourite so far out of them all. Maybe this one and the Spartan look good. But yeah, that one looks all right. And here's the Cowboy one. See, I knew what I was talking about. I knew I had. There's Cowboy. I'm sure Robot the Fuchs loves this. Sort of cowboy, sort of futuristic warrior there. Scroll down. He's got his cowboy hat. Here's the samurai one. Looks good. Got his top knot. Like a futuristic samurai. I like it. Simple, but works. Yeah, these look good. These look very, very good. And these are all due November 2022, it says. Here's a Special Ops Ranger. Stealth suit. Again, looks good. Looks like he'd go hunting some aliens. Looks nice, I like that. So you could have that with like some not Kenner aliens, but with some Necker aliens, just as an army guy going after the aliens, like just as a cool little guy on the shelf.
Like a Halo line as well.
Yeah.
With that type of thing.
But yeah, these look pretty good. There you go. There's some actual artist proof. There's some sculpted designs and there's stretch goals. Yeah, these look nice. These look very nice. So what's the pledge on them?
Air Extreme is not a fan of the Hercules. No shirt, no service for Air Extreme.
So it seems like they're $35 for one, and then you can sort of pick any one you want. And then the further up the go, the more discount you get, the more figures you can buy. Looks good, not going to lie. Looks very, very nice. Definitely the type of thing, and definitely at a price point that's manageable as well. Sometimes with lines like this, it just hurts. Like, I wanted to get... Let me see if I can get these up as well. I wanted to get... These would have been on my pre-order list, Rich, if I was a rich man. You know where I'm going, don't you? Cosmic...
The Legion.
Oh! Yeah, Cosmic Legions. You actually did pick up some of these, so these are worth talking about.
I think he's tied himself out with his lightsaber. I think he wants to come in.
Oh, is he in? Okay, one sec. Let's get Brandon in for a second. We can ask him what film he's seen. We can get a live review of him. Pow! Brandon, are you there?
Wait, can you see me?
Yes, one sec. Let me press a button, and now the people can see you. Pow! There you are, Brandon, live from the car park.
There you go. Yeah, we just got out of a movie.
What did you see? We didn't even know what you went to see.
We saw Spencer. It's about Princess Diana.
Oh, okay. Any good?
It was good. It was good. It wasn't Eternals, but it was good.
Okay. We give people our quick Eternal thoughts earlier. Nothing crazy, just so. Give us your quick Eternal thoughts.
My quick Eternal thoughts. I really enjoyed it. It had its flaws. Wasn't the best of the MCU. Could have been better, but I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair assumption. I agree with that.
Yeah. It was just a big movie to digest, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was catchy.
There was a lot to take away.
A lot of characters, and there was a lot of characters that sort of had to be brought up to present day. You sort of had to quickly know what these people have been up to, and then it sort of makes the future more exciting for these characters, I think.
Yeah, and those credit scenes as well really make it worthwhile staying right to the very, very end.
Was the last credit was the very last credit scene your favourite? The one after the credits?
Oh yeah, the very, very last one.
Yeah, it doesn't I've been telling people in the chat, I sort of give them a tease and said, you got to listen. It doesn't show a lot, but you got to listen, and it's worth it. It's worth it because it could lead to something very exciting.
It could. It really could.
I'm not sure you can see the chat, but there's a lot of Brandon old emoji logos coming up in the chat right now.
Are they really?
Yeah, a lot of the old Brandon logo lives forever in the Dan Who live stream chat, and there he is. There he is.
Good. But you guys had a good stream?
Me and Rich are basically just showing people our shopping list, to be honest. It was like we're doing a virtual shopping list. We're like, yeah, we want to buy that. Yeah, we haven't bought that. I've pre-ordered this. But while you're here, Brandon, just real quick before you go, since today we have been talking about pre-orders and stuff. First question, most excited legend that you still haven't got yet, that's due this year. And then second... Super Skrull.
Super Skrull, regular Skrull.
Yeah, we get what you're saying. Trust me, I was shouting out Ash from Super Sorrow all day. I kept mispronouncing my words. Second question, what's your most anticipated pre-order that's not Legends?
That's not Legends.
Yeah, just any random pre-order that you're excited to get.
To be honest, I only have one other thing on pre-order that isn't the Skrulls, and that is the Clone Commando boss from Black Series.
Okay.
Gaming Greats. That and the Skrulls are the only other thing I've got left on pre-order. I haven't pre-ordered anything else for this year or next.
Yeah, it's the game is starting to get let's just hold our horses and see where we should order. Yeah, we've been speaking about this a lot. But yeah, that's basically what I've been talking about today, my friend. But we'll leave you alone. We appreciate you popping in. The streak continues. The streak continues. It really does.
There it is.
But yeah, cool. Enjoy your evening. Say hello to the missus for us.
Yes, we'll do.
All right. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Love and leaving you guys. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Rich. Bye.
Ah, there he is. There he is. The streak continues. 66 weeks. Brandon and me and occasionally Rich have been streaming here on YouTube. Crazy times.
Tanner typing his Brandon driving. If he wasn't moving very far, Tanner.
People beeping horns behind him.
It's like Bella Italia was there the whole.
That's a big Bella Italia. It's just not.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, where was I going? I was going Cosmic Legions essentially, because I wanted to go all in. But the shipping just hurt too much, and I'm like, please, can someone in the UK pick up this line so the shipping doesn't hurt?
So Mark Taka has just written in the chat that someone in the UK does have them.
Who?
Mark?
Who, Mark? Don't say stuff like that and then not say who, Mark. Okay, look at these characters, by the way. Okay, so these look great. These figures all look great. I wanted them all. Hang on, sorry, you just can't even see what I'm talking about. My bad. I can see it, but you can't. There we go. Back on the screen. They're back on the screen. Okay, so Four Horsemen. Again, these work with so many other lines, sculpting and doing stuff, but they do their own toy line as well. Mythic Legions have been one of the most expensive toy lines to try and backtrack. They go up on the aftermarket. They're crazy. It's crazy how popular these Mythic Legions are. So if you want to get in on the ground floor on a line, you can. But first, we'll wait for the Extreme Super Chat. Thank you very much, my friend.
21 donated $5. Dan, pull up a picture of G.I. Joe Bushido and compare it to that samurai.
Oh, interesting. Okay, let me copy that super chat and I will do that after this Legions talk. But I can do that, not a problem. Thank you very much, Extreme. He is asking me to pull up a picture of the G.I. Joe Bushido and compare it to that samurai. So I'll see if I can do that in a second. Shout out Shane with the other super chat. Let Friday read that out.
Donated $5. Speaking of wish lists, see if the big three will make me as a first-time legend. I'm a deep-cut X-Men character. Ask Rich if he knows who I am.
Okay, so Shane Shooter says, speaking of wish lists, see if the big three will make me as a first-time legend. I'm a deep-cut X-Men character. Ask Rich if he knows who I am. And then shout out Taxak as well, who's letting us know it's the Emporium of Cool have Cosmic Legions, Dan. I am taking note of that right now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all the contributions. Thank you very much. Let me first ask Rich this question before we get into the Legions talk. Shooter Shane, do you know who he is?
Well, like, who is my most favourite of all X-Men, Dan?
Jubilee.
Yeah, and Shane Shooter shows up in the Jubilee series from Robert Kirkman, who created The Walking Dead. So I think like he's got like a picture that I can't really make out in the chat, but if he's going by his name, I think that's who he means. Like Shane Shooter was like this like gang with like powers in like the Jubilee series. So I think that's who it is.
See, I think he tried to stump you, but haha!
Yeah,
I'm
trying to look at the picture, but I'm like, it's tiny on my screen, so I can't really make it out. So if it's someone else, I do apologise. Send it to me on Instagram and I'll have a look.
There you go, Shane Shooter. Definitely not a legend we have anyway, but yeah, thank you very much. And also thank you, Mark, and thank you, Eric Stream as well. I have took note of that samurai, and we'll swing right round to it in a second. But yeah, I wanted Slog. I wanted this guy, Rich. He was the most expensive, typical, annoyingly.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a big... You can't articulate much, but just an interesting character. Like, it's like Jabba the Hutt in a spacesuit if he had legs. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could just put him on the back of a Star... Look, I've been collecting and displaying some of the Mandalorian figures. You could have this on the back of a Mandalorian display. Do you know, like, it could just be with the bounty hunters. It can just be some alien. Like, I just thought this would be a fun action figure. I seen it. They had them during PowerCon. I think the Four Horsemen had a display, and they look really cool. They look really good.
He looks very like 90s, like villain in a like Saturday morning cartoon, doesn't he?
Yeah, it just looks like a cool figure. Like, again, I love collecting because I get nostalgia and I get attachment to the brands, but I also just am an action figure fan and like the look of this. And like, again, it's in the scale that I love, and it could just fit on the back of a Star Wars display or something. Yeah, I just love this. Anyway, so I wanted this, unfortunately didn't get it. But which one did you go for? You actually did pre-order two of these or one of these?
Two of them. So I ordered those two there at the bottom. So the two ladies.
So Von Rag, I can't say these names. Don't ask me to say. I can't even read.
Yeah, and I can't see it on my screen because my internet's Vorga. There you go, Vorga.
Vorga. Okay, so Vorga. She comes with like a massive Gatling gun type thing.
Yeah, she looks good.
She looks really nice.
And she was saying that I got it right. See, look.
How? See, you can't
I know
stop
my
Rich.
X-Men. I might not know my Eternals, but I know my X-Men.
That's why we call him the super juicer people, all right? That's why he's super. Yeah, this one looks good. And you picked these two up because they're both females, right? That's literally your only rule. Well, not rule, but you went, right, I want to try this line out.
Yeah.
These are two females. Let's get on.
That is my rule with the Mythic Legions, is only buy the females, because I haven't got that much money to buy everyone else as well. Yeah. And it was like, but then I think it was like the second or third wave, the advent of decay of Mythic Legions was like more or less all women. So that was brilliant. That bankrupted me. But like in the first one, it was all male characters. I picked up like the Army Builder, the Silver Knight, and then this is from Wave 2, Gwendolyn.
So how old are they now?
Oh God, when was the first one? God, it was back when I was on YouTube. So it's got to be like 5-6 years ago, I'd say.
Rich, you're still on YouTube. This is YouTube. You're live on YouTube. You're still here.
Before I changed my name like Prince, back in the dark purple back. I put my purple background days. Don't tell Barrow about that.
Shit, yeah, maybe that's why you had to change your channel. Yeah.
But then before that, they did. Then the Seventh Kingdom. That was the line before that. So that was Four Horsemen as well. So
honestly, that type of toy line, I'm not really into. Like, I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy. I'm not a Hobbit guy. Like, I went through a brief period of Warhammer in my teenage years, but I've never really been a sandals and wizards and witches and orcs and stuff.
They just really well made figures.
Exactly.
Obviously, Four Horsemen did a lot of sculpting for Masters of the Universe Classic, that kind of thing as well. So like that's where I got, like that's why they show up at PowerCon, things like that. There's like a lot of love for the Four Horsemen, I think, in the action figure collecting community. But they always do like a good job. They deliver. Like, I mean, they've done Kickstarters before. Like this one they did on the site, and they do sales on the Store Horsemen as well. Like I think they've become pretty reliable for getting these out. So I know they can be quite expensive, but as well they do stuff at different price points. Like you said, like the one slog that you liked was like really expensive, but they do like the Army Builders, which are usually cheaper as well. So they do try to make it accessible for like different people, different price points, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, I want to get one. I can't afford slog. I'll go for the Army Builder. But then I was like, I don't just want one. Do you know? And I was like, just step back, step away from the laptop, Dan. Step away from the laptop. But
I do try and stay away from the Army Builders, and then they were doing their live stream, and it was like, so yeah, this, I think the scientist they said is a female. And I was like, no, I can't. And so I did just stick to these two for now. But like Mark Tactic said, if someone in the UK has picked them up, I might pick up some more.
Shall we have a little live look now? Right, I'm going to Google this site, Mark. So I hope it's a legal site. Emporium of Cool. Okay, here we go. Emporium of Cool, .co.uk. Let's see. Let me just copy Cosmic Legions here from the title, and we'll copy and paste it in the search bar. This is something I told you today. It's basically just me shopping with an audience. Okay, Emporium of Cool. Okay, seems like a legit site. Shout out Emporium of Cool. Let's search for the Cosmic Legions. Go. Here you go. Pre-orders.
What's their price?
And do you know what, mate? Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So Slog, who I wanted, was about $80 US.
Yeah.
Add shipping on top of that, I'd be paying over $100. $75.99. Now, don't get me wrong, still an expensive action figure, but that's good for UK, right?
Yeah, that's not bad. And you haven't got that, like, the custom fee you might get hit with as well, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, look at them. They've got them all. They've got the science officer there.
Oh, there you go. How much is that one?
$42.99.
$42.99.
So they're a little bit pricier for the Army Builder, because I think the Army Builders are usually around $25, ain't they? But again, you're saving that shipping. So, and then they have got an all-in, I think. Wave 1 bundle, £544, which, to be fair, is about the same price you would have paid from Four Horsemen anyway. Yeah. But that pre-order's now gone. You now can't buy them from pre-order from Horsemen. So, yeah, thank you very much, Mike Tactile. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to add to favourites. That's going to be a new segment on the show. Add to favourites. I'll add it to the favourites, and I'll come back later. If they do a deposit option on a let me just have a little look at Slog here. Let's have a little look.
I bet Mrs. Hero is so glad that she took Brandon to pictures tonight. She's like, he's missed all this, thank God.
Look at the word that I was wanting to look for, Rich. Pay in installments.
Oh, there you go.
An action figure collector's dream. All right, I may end up getting Slog People. Thank you very much, Mark Tac Tac. Yeah, I've saved that to my favourites already. That is done. Right, let me go back to the other super chat. And I think Eric Stream wanted me to look up G.I. Joe Bushido and compare it to that other samurai.
The G.I. Joe Bushido with the samurai.
Yes. Okay, I see. Okay, I've just Googled the G.I. Joe and I see where you're going. Okay, give me a sec. That's who's another super chat.
That's from Jay's Collections UK. So he's got Storm Collectibles Golden Axe stuff on pre-order. Tyrus Flare will be right up Rich's street. Rich already has Tyrus Flare pre-ordered. I have got a few Storm Collectibles. So I think Nakaruru from Samurai Showdown is the next female. They haven't done many female characters, thank God. So I haven't had to buy too many. But I've got like Kami, I've got Chun-Li. And then, I think Nakaruru is the next one. And then Tyrus Flare after that. Hopefully they'll get to like Melina and Katana from Mortal Kombat because I seem to be waiting for them for ages. They showed like promo images at like a toy fair and then they've never shown them.
Right, okay. I've got the pictures up. Let's do this. So I think it was Eric Stream with the super chat, I believe. And thank you, Jay, for the channel membership token. I appreciate that. Okay, let me go back to the pictures. I mean, I can't do a complete side-by-side as I've got the same image. I'm using the same screen. Let's not crash Streamlabs. We've had a great run of not crashing Streamlabs, so let's not start now. But I can bounce between the two pages, okay? So here's the Invincible Toys, Samurai. And then here we have the G.I. Joe. Oh, no, we don't. No. There we have the G.I. Joe Bushido. Am I saying that right? Bushido. I
think, I didn't have Bushido Blade as a kid, like the fighting game.
No, definitely.
It would be like you do like one, then they would die in like one go with like a big sword. So it was like a fighting game.
I did not. I'm trying to find like a decent image. But here are the toys. You can sort of see from the toys. Let me just let's have a look at this image separately. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna bring that over here. Okay, it's a very small image. It doesn't help my comparison. I can see what he's saying though, because the helmet has that little swing. So I'm sure it's some influence from everywhere. It's a samurai, isn't it? Samurais have got a very particular look. So I get what you're saying. But the Invincible Toy one just looks like a futuristic samurai. So there you go. There you go. Samurais all influenced by each other. There you go. But yeah, I get what he's saying though. I get what he was saying. He wasn't wrong. But always interesting to see where the inspiration comes from. But yeah, okay, some crazy stuff. Right, let me ask the chat. Okay, let's just jump to the chat now. I didn't realise the time, but let's wrap up. And you let me know in the chat what's the most, something in your pre-order list that you're most excited about. And I'll read a couple off before we get out. I genuinely been chatting so much, I didn't even realise the time. I do apologise, Rich.
And our Eternals poll, like over 120 people have voted in
let's have a look at that then. Okay, so that's what people are typing. So again, as I read the results of this poll out, let us know in the comments. If you're watching, if you're lurking in the background, now's the time to jump on the keyboard. Let us know what's your most excited pre-order, like the thing you're most excited to get that shipping notification, that thing you're most excited to hit your post box. Let us know and I'll read a couple out before we get out of here. Like we can sort of see what Rich's is. But the poll was simple, right? The Internals now has been out for nearly a week. It came out last Friday. If you're an MCU fan in this day and age, you have to go out and see it first and foremost so you avoid the spoilers. So hopefully everyone's went and seen it, but no spoilers today, of course. It was simple. Did you enjoy the Eternals? Like Rich said, over 120 votes. 40% of people said yes, they did enjoy Eternals. I would be one of them, Rich. I didn't not like it. I enjoyed what it was, so I would be in that category. 18% said no, they didn't enjoy it, but 42% said going to see it soon. So there's still a lot of people out there that still want to go and see it, but still 40% liking it is still virtually over double the people who didn't like it. So still great. Like, again, it's an MCU movie. I do feel like it's a piece of Phase 4 that you need to see to get you up to speed with these new characters. It's as simple as that. And again, some people will like it more than others, but again, that's what the MCU is all about. Everyone has their favourites, and I'm sure I will appreciate it a bit more on the second time. Because the first time I don't know. I think you have your expectation levels, don't you? But the second time you go in, you ain't got those expectation levels. You're just going in to consume. So, yeah, we shall see. Right, let me read a couple of these out as we get out of here. So I'm reading the chat. Prophet starts off with Galactus. Yeah, that's sort of cheating, but I'll let you have it. Lizzie Hearts says White Vision's feet. It's very true. We didn't talk about the Turtle Rangers. I actually had them up in a tab ready to go, to be honest, Tanner. I think I might still have it open, but we can briefly mention it as I do that.
It should be up at the end of the year, surely.
Yes, that's why Tanner's mentioning it, and he's not wrong at all. I've closed the tab already. But I did have them up, Tanner, to talk about, of course, the Turtle Rangers. Amanda's just let Teddy in here now to ruin the stream. I'm literally going to... Teddy, come say hello before we go. Come and say hello. He doesn't like... He's not a fan of being in public. Teddy, I've got to lift you up like Simba. Simba. Teddy.
Oh, just his lips, like he's happier this week.
Yeah, he's confused. He doesn't have a clue what's going on. Teddy, right? Say hello to the people. All right? Do you reckon I should sour you and buy some Cosmic Legions? What are you saying? No, I couldn't do that because I said couldn't do that. All right, Teddy's probably the best thing that we got this year. Go on, Teddy. But yes, Power Rangers Turtles will be a close second, and they're coming very soon. So, Tanner, we'll have lots of time to talk about them on Turtles and Tea. One Tuesday a month. Don't ask me which Tuesday, though. It's a mystery. That's the fun of Turtles and Tea. Put the kettle on and we'll meet you on a Tuesday. Retro Wave Spidey 2. Retro Wave 2 for the Spidey, says Javi. Jay's Toys Collection UK says Super 7 Cartoon G.I. Joe's is my most exciting pre-orders, but you'll be a while for them. That is very true. Eric Stream says Storm Collectibles Kirato, I can't read the name, but Rich will help me out. Hammerhead and the other villains from the Retro, says Damien.
Kintaro, so that's the villain from Mortal Kombat.
Okay, perfect. I wouldn't have a clue. Phil Jones, excited for the Mezco Morbius, although it's been delayed until sometime next year. Home Dude says Naneka Alf. We didn't really have Alf in the UK. Like, he was on TV, but he wasn't the pop culture phenomenon.
He was on Sky One, Dan. I used to live for Alf.
yeah. Like, he wasn't the phenomenon in the UK as he was in the US anyway. But I know...
With my Alf, with my Silverhawks, living the life I was, living the life.
2022 is going to be a great year for adding some nostalgic on Richard Shaw. Oh, shit, I need that. Okay, who else we got? Someone says Doctor Strange. Richard Moore says classic Doctor Strange. Mark Tatat says Simon Hill, who is Plastic Snaps in the ACBA group, is a collector of ACBA who represents the Emporium of Cool. Bug Nice knows him and he's active on Facebook. Oh, pal, perfect. Yeah, I know who Plastic Snaps is. Well, I don't know him personally, but I know of his page. So yeah, bravo. Abnugler says, how are you today, boys? I couldn't see the stream live, but I thought I'd pop in to say hello. I'll catch the replay. Have you got any comments for your arch nemesis, so when he catches the replay, Rich?
Hello, Abnagler. Thanks for watching all this stream, and all your viewing money goes to me today. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll put that 0.2p in the post. Or something like that. Tech Hex says, looking forward to the Action Force Wave 1, Retro Spidey 2 as well. Yep, me too. Both of them locked in for me. Omar V says, what if Wave 2? What if? There is a wave 2 of What If, though, Omar. Right? We don't even know yet, Omar, right? Can't pre-order something that doesn't exist yet. Doctor Strange and the Black Suit Spider-Man for sure, says Damien. Tac Toys with Film says Mezco Endgame Worthy Cap. Is that not out yet? Mezco works so far and behind. I'm surprised that's not out yet. Mayfex Nightwing, says Omar. Has that even been revealed?
Yeah, I think they've revealed Nightwing, haven't they? I'm sure they have.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Have they? I don't even know anymore.
I don't know. Mezco are hard because they reveal things, but they don't get released till 3 years later. So
Mafex revealed Huntress was the last one, wasn't it? I think
they might have. They had a convention. They might have showed like a render. Or they might have showed like a I don't know, grayscale figure. I don't know. Omar, I don't know.
I don't know where my phone is to look it up. I was just looking and I've left it in the other room. So never mind.
Mayfex Psylocke says, Rye, I think it's Rye, R-Y-S-Q. I can't read that, but I can see you. Risk. Is that how you say it? See, my dyslexic brain does not see R-Y-S-Q and go risk. It says, I can't read. Yeah, Mayfex Psylocke, again, I paid my pre-order for Mezco Psylocke this week. So I'm hoping she's meant to start appearing at the end of this month. I doubt it, but hopefully I see someone overseas post a pretty promotional picture. Oh, Teddy's trying to steal my Necker aliens. Teddy, you can't have the aliens. That's weird, eh? He leaves my Marvel Legends alone, but he wants the weird looking aliens. You'll be scared of him, Ted.
He's like Ripley looking.
Ripley, yeah, maybe. Oh, now he's off to the X-Men. He's seen Binary. Uh-oh. Leave Binary alone.
There was a dog in Aliens, wasn't there, in the third one?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
He was trying to get the Rhino. The Rhino one. I've got the Rhino one standing up, though, because it looks cooler. But, yeah, he was trying to get that. Look at that. What if Teddy want that? Teddy, do you want the Rhino? No, I don't want to encourage him to eat my toys. I can't do that. No. That would be the end of this room. Full stop. Okay.
They showed the grayscale Mayfax.
There you go.
Nightwing Archon.
That makes sense.
That's the same.
That makes sense. All right, cool. I appreciate everybody. Ellis says the Excalibur box set, of course. That guy knows how to round out the show, doesn't he? There you go. One more time. Woo! I feel like it's a trophy. Yes. Thank you very much, Hasbro. I appreciate you. Right. Thank you, everyone, for today. Let me just end by saying this week is a Legend and Licker week. So if you are watching this live stream right now and you want to be on the live stream, just like me and Rich, having a chinwag about toys and what we've got pre-orders, having a little drink, exactly, that's what Legends and Licker is all about. You can do that this Sunday, Legends and Licker, 6 p.m. UK time. Just let me know on Instagram, hit me up at It's Dan Who, and say, Dan, I'm a channel member. Can I come on Legends of Licker? I'll be like, of course you can. I always make it happen. As I said, one show we had 16 guests. So if you want to be on, I'll make it happen. But you just got to be a channel member. That's the only rule. I want to show some love to the people that are supporting the channel. It is so simple. If you support me, I'm like, yeah, get involved in the channel you're supporting. Of course, it's so simple. And then one Tuesday a month, we do Turtles and Tea, all right? Turtles and Tea, me and Super Turk. This week, next time we do it, we're going to have Jay. And then, obviously, if you're a Turtles fan and you want to be on this show, let me and Tanner know. Let us know. We want to talk Turtles with you. So, yeah, look at my nice little intro that I spent a whole day making. Turtles and Tea. But, yeah, great. Lots of Turtle stuff to always talk about at the minute. We're in the golden age of collectibles. Thank you very much. But, again, if you're on Legends and Licker, hit that like button, hit that join button, and the like button, why not? And then let me know on Instagram. But Rich, where can we find you online?
You can find me at Displayed Once, Danny Boy. That's where I'll be.
Sneaky bastard. People, when I go to like drunk parties, people start singing me that Irish Danny Boy song as well. I'm so curious I'm conscious of Teddy being in the room now. I'm like, you know, because you just could grab something and run off. Remember when he ran off with Baby Hulk?
He did, yeah.
Baby Hulk is still not recovered. I'm watching you, Ted. All right, come and sit here while I finish off the show. He's like, no. All right, sit here. Don't get caught up in the cables. All right, say bye, Ted. Bye-bye. Right, beautiful. You can find me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. I'm on Twitter, Dan Who Reviews. And then, Amanda's in the chat. Sorry, Teddy was crying to get in. No, he wasn't. He probably farted and Amanda wanted to get him out of the room or something. Amanda blames Teddy for the farts. I know it's her, really. I know it's her. But yeah, again, I'm now going to go and find all my pre-orders. And to be honest, you guys just encouraged me to pre-order some more stuff. But next week, I think we'll have Brandon back as well. And I don't know if we've got a theme next week, but we'll figure it out. I'm sure we'll be talking some more toys all the same. But until then, I'll see you on Legends and Licker this Sunday, people. All right? So let's get out of here. Awkward wave. Wave, Ted. It's an awkward wave. Teddy, wave. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I've taught him how to do paw now, by the way. It's the most proudest thing I ever did. You can now do... Oh, he's growling again. Teddy, it's the end of the stream.
He ain't doing no paw.
It's funny because he can't even fit in frame of the camera, so he's just like there. There he is. Teddy, you got anything to say in the mic? Have a little sniff? Oh, all good. We appreciate everyone. We appreciate you all the same. We'll get out of here and we'll catch you on the next one. If you're watching this on the replay, go and click one of the buttons, go and watch another video. And I appreciate the replay crew. If you're on the replay, put a comment under the video. Let me know you watched it on the replay. I appreciate that. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. I can see the waving chats as well. I can see you, Matt, Tanner, Phil, Cloud, Damien, Tom, Jay, Rush, Andy Davis, of course, Obadiah Stain, AK, Phil, Javi Man, Eric Stream, Cheeky Monkey, Jamie. I'll see you all. I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye.